Unbelievable. On a day of Thanksgiving, as a football fan, you should be thankful to watch a guy like Barry Sanders.
There's just certain things that go together. You know, the turkey, the family, the tradition, football, and we have it all today.
Stafford in the pistol, sets, throws, looking for Calvin Johnson. Back right corner of the end zone. Makes a fingertip. Running catch. Got his feet down. Touchdown. Third touchdown catch of the day for Calvin Johnson. And the route is on Thanksgiving.
Now it's time to tear into the day's first turducken.
It's a deboned chicken stuffed in a deboned duck stuffed in a deboned turkey with dressing between the chicken and the duck and the duck and the turkey.
Let's head to Detroit and join Jason Benetti and Ryan Leaf.
We welcome you to Ford Field for part one of our special Thanksgiving Day NFL triple header as the 7-4 Detroit Lions host the 7-3-1 Green Bay Packers in an NFC North divisional matchup. Today's broadcast of the National Football League on Westwood One is sponsored by Barbasol Shaving Cream, by Grainger, by Indeed.com, by AutoZone, by Progressive Insurance, and by the official NFL app. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. I'm Jason Benetti, along with former NFL quarterback Ryan Leaf. Scott Graham will join us shortly from our Westwood One studios. Later today on many of these same stations, it'll be the Kansas City Chiefs and the Dallas Cowboys, followed by the Baltimore Ravens and the Cincinnati Bengals. But first, it's time for the Packers and the Lions. Last year, Detroit broke a 7-game losing streak on Thanksgiving thanks to the Chicago Bears Time Management Festival. And now today, the Lions are in a much different spot. They are 7-4. They are chasing the Bears, as are the Packers at 7-3-1. Lions are a game back. Packers are a half game back. The Bears have a tough one coming up this week as well. So Ryan Leaf, as we look at this game with two teams that are without their big tight end, that have some issues with injuries. The Lions' offensive line looks pretty sturdy today, but some questions there. What do you make of the NFC North as we join you on Thanksgiving?
Well, I think a lot of people are a little surprised with what the Bears have been able to do. But having said that, I don't think there's a lot of faith in a team that has never done it before. These two teams that we're talking about that are playing today have been there. Just 2 years ago, this game catapulted the Packers to the playoffs. It sent the Lions forward even further to the NFC Championship. So all is still possible. They're looking through those injuries rather at what else they can accomplish. So I expect to see a very competitive football game, one that both teams understand it's important to win.
What an intriguing matchup for the Lions and Packers when Detroit has the ball, because Jahmyr Gibbs comes off a career-high 264 yards from scrimmage. That play-action pass game is so damaging for Detroit. But, Ryan, this offense hasn't been the same this year as it was in previous seasons. Why?
I would say the offensive line. You lose a great center like Ragnow, you have to figure something else out. And injuries have plagued them so much on the offensive line. They haven't been able to really put together a consistent effort there. But running the football hasn't been the challenge. Jahmyr Gibbs has been about as good as anybody. He's been physical and explosive, and I would expect for them to rely heavily on his running game today to compensate for any lack of push or promise from this offensive line.
Well, the good news is old Frank's coming back in the middle of that offensive line soon. The post on social media, sort of the Michael Jordan I'm back thing, happened yesterday. Much more to come from Detroit as we approach kickoff between the Packers and the Lions. But when we return, Scott Graham rejoins us from the Progressive Insurance Studios. Protect the stuff you love with Renter's Insurance. Visit Progressive.com. This is Westwood One's coverage of the National Football League.
The Grand Valley State men's basketball team embarks on their 2025-26 home opener inside the GVSU Fieldhouse Arena this Wednesday afternoon.
They'll find Trevor Smith and reset, 12 on the shot clock. A screen from Allen. Smith, pick and pop. Allen rises, fires, left side, three is good!
The Laker men get set for a Thanksgiving Eve non-conference tilt in Allendale against the Lewis Flyers at 3 p.m. Live coverage begins 15 minutes prior to the opening tip, right here on the Ticket West Michigan.
I'm with Applied Innovation customer David Band, Vice President of Communications for Volunteers of America, an organization that supports veterans, seniors, and families with affordable housing.
We rely on Applied Innovation for a multitude of services, from IT support through our multifunctional devices. These devices are supremely important to our innovation and our ability to serve our clients.
Applied Innovation's culture means being involved in their local communities.
The Applied Innovation staff is absolutely phenomenal. I mean, whether they are supporting our mission, supporting our events, or helping us with what we need, it's not often we can find an organization that quote-unquote just gets it.
The benefit of Applied Innovation support?
Bottom line benefit is I can get out there, I can engage with the community and help spread the mission and help people that need our services, veterans, seniors, and families.
Looking for a company that simply gets it? Call Applied Innovation today, 800-521-0983, or visit appliedinnovation.com. Applied Innovation, office technology made simple from a partner you can trust.
Hey everybody, I'm Michael Strahan, and St. Jude has been close to my heart for many years. Their groundbreaking research is changing how the world treats childhood cancer, and has helped push the survival rate in the U.S. from 20% to more than 80%. Please, help St. Jude give children the greatest gift, a chance at a lifetime.
This holiday, help St. Jude find more cures for more children. Donate now at musicgives.org.
Welcome to our Westwood One studios, and happy Thanksgiving, everyone. Scott Graham with you as we get ready for triple header football on Turkey Day, and it begins in the traditional place. That would be Detroit. However, for the Lions, maybe not what has become the traditional year. Last year, the Lions were 6-0 against the division. They're 1-2 against the NFC North this year, and a loss against the Packers already. And both of these teams probably were not expecting to be looking up at the Chicago Bears in Week 13. But the Packers do have defense on their side as they head into this game, allowing fewer than 10 points per game in games against the division. Part of that reason, of course, is Micah Parsons. Another part is Rashawn Gary. 7.5 sacks this year, although he hasn't had any since Week 8. But Rashawn Gary's still a very big part of what you have to plan for along that Detroit offensive line. Today's Player Spotlight sponsored by Square. More than 4 million neighborhood businesses run on Square. To learn more, go to square.com. Just stop by your favorite local business. See you in the neighborhood. Square. In the neighborhood is Rashawn Gary of the Packers. I asked him about his line mate when he lines up there at all. Micah Parsons has 60 pressures on the year. And I asked if that kind of helps make everybody on that Detroit, on that Green Bay defense better.
Having a player that, just that stature, understanding the offensive coordinators and, everybody that's putting together offensive scheme, they have to account for one. And he's everywhere. He's outside, inside, got him dropping back a little bit. He's everything in one, and just having that type of, frustration going into the week, knowing that you have, a guy that could really don't matter any type of down, could make a big time game-changing play, could put a lot of pressure, on you as an offense, and, that could, go into preparation, leading extra protections his way, things like that could, free up the front guys, frustrate the quarterback a little bit more, in terms of holding on to the ball, getting it out faster, things like that. But, yeah, having a guy like that, man, it's hard for offensive coordinators to go to sleep.
You came out of the gates fast this year in terms of getting to the quarterback. And I'm not sure that everybody realizes that getting to the quarterback is not something that's going to happen on a continual every play basis. In fact, there are times I've talked with pass rushers. Sean, it's almost a little bit like a baseball analogy that, I'm hitting the ball hard, but it's not dropping. Is there a period of time for a pass rusher where it's, I'm doing a lot of things right here. I'm just missing getting home?
Yeah, absolutely. And, pass rush, as I've been taught and as I know going to the league, when you get sacked, they come in bunches. But, that doesn't, deter what type of rusher you are, as long as you're being effective in the game, making, madness and, making it hard for offenses, to move the ball. You're doing your job. But, for sure, as a rusher in your head, you gotta understand everything you're doing is working. Football is football. Sack is a perfect play. You just got to keep on pushing and just knowing that the type of player you are, that is going bound to happen. But, yeah, you just got to keep rushing, keep going.
Is it special playing on Thanksgiving?
Oh, yeah, it's an honor and privilege. Games like this, I used to wake up and rush to my own house to watch and sit there and eat my turkey and watch the game. So just being able to, one day or have kids look at me in the same way, rushing to watch the Lions and Packers and watch us put on a show. Man, it's a great experience.
Last thing I got to ask you about Saturday. Is it possible that Michigan is going to win against Ohio State 5 times in a row? That's what would happen if they won on Saturday.
I don't see it going the other way. Don't see it going the other way. Big Blue been good to me, and just how they've been. It's going to be a hard game, though. It's going to be a tough game, but why not?
I mean, how much do you still enjoy that part of it? I know your focus is on the game that you're playing and everything else, but how much do you enjoy just being able to kind of talk about that and have fun with it?
Oh, yeah. I say it all the time. I was working out Mason Graham, one of the young guys that just got drafted this year. And I was just saying, like, yeah, man, like, y'all did y'all thing, just, putting on for us. And just, when I got to Michigan, it was always for the guy who wore the helmet before you, who wore the wings before you. So I used to just tell him, like, yeah, I paved the way, made things easy for you. But, you got the accomplishment that I wanted, man. Just being able to say that, you beat that team, over there. And being able to, have that boastful feel. So going on 4 years, it's been quiet on that side. So I want to keep it that way.
Rashad, thanks so much. Happy Thanksgiving. Appreciate it.
Appreciate you. Thank you.
Former Michigan Wolverine doesn't have to worry about Ohio State until Saturday. Today, there's a number he has to keep in mind. The Lions this year 7-1 when they score at least 21 points in a game. We come back. He holds down the left side of the Detroit offensive line. We'll talk with Taylor Decker. You're listening to the NFL on Westwood One.
Stop your grinding with Brooks Night Guard. Are you waking up in the morning with a sore jaw, headaches, ringing in your ears, all because you're grinding and clenching your teeth at night? That's exactly what was going on with me. I ended up going to a dentist, and he wants to charge over $600 for a night guard. That's when I found the Brooks Night Guard. You mold it at home to the top or bottom teeth. Other mouth guards go all the way to the back, which allows the back teeth to touch. This is where most of the grinding and clenching occurs. The Brooks Night Guard redirects the bite force away from the back teeth, reducing jaw pain while still protecting the teeth. This unique design is what makes Brooks Night Guard different from all other traditional grind guards. Order your Brooks Night Guard today and get 10% off plus free shipping. Go to brooksnightguard.com and enter the code Brooks91. That's BRUX91. Stop your grinding with Brooks Night Guard.
Welcome back to the John Madden Thanksgiving celebration on Westwood One from the Progressive Insurance Studios. I'm Scott Graham. Progressive offers auto, home, and commercial auto insurance, plus a variety of business insurance options. Visit Progressive.com today. Game 1 with the Lions hosting the Packers. The guys at the top told you about Jahmyr Gibbs. Last week, 264 scrimmage yards, the first Lions player with 200 or more rushing yards in a game since Barry Sanders did it back in 1997. One of the guys clearing the way has been with this Lions team since 2016. Talk with Taylor Decker this week in a familiar situation, getting ready for a Thanksgiving game. And I asked him as well, when you play in a short week like this one, playing a game on a Thursday, is it any easier playing an opponent that you've already played and know well?
You're familiar with them, but they're also familiar with you. So like in these divisional games, of course, we always know tendencies with people that we're playing, but then there's also tendency breakers that they'll throw at their divisional opponents because those games are, so much more important for playoff seeding and things like that. So of course it's good. And then we have, a game from earlier in the season to look at and see things that they did against us. But there's always going to be rule breakers or tendency breakers that are going to come up in games like that.
Is Micah Parsons a rule breaker, tendency breaker, literally every time he's on the field?
Well, for a player like him, you do game plan with him in mind because you're always going to know where he's at on the field. The thing that they do a good job of is they move him around a lot. They play him inside as a 3 technique. They put him as a spinner. He'll line up over the center. Like they just move him around a lot because they know people are going to key on him. And he's a phenomenal player, but there's lots of, well, not lots, but there are other players like him around the league that, you have to game plan for. So the idea of that is something that we do plenty.
It's a cliche when you say that somebody is a threat to score every time he touches the ball, but for at least the last couple of weeks, Jameer has been a threat to score anytime he touches the ball. It's eye-popping to watch that level of ability to be able to find that other gear. You guys made the right holes for him in that game against the Giants, but tell me a little bit about the level he's playing at right now.
I've never seen anything like it. He's unbelievable. I can't say enough good things about him, especially because he's got superstar ability. We know that. Defenses are scared of him. They really are. And then the thing that I think is the coolest thing, he's got all of that ability, but he's not a diva. He's pretty quiet. He's a good teammate. He works hard at practice. So that's a testament to the character that he has, because we all know he's immensely talented, and he could probably be a diva if he wanted to, but he's just not. So that's probably my favorite thing about him.
At this point in the season, how much does it take for you to be able to physically be ready to play on a weekly basis with the problem that you've had with your shoulder?
That has been a process is a good word for it. Lots of extra time in treatment. My poor wife, she would say that like that's all you do when you're at home and you're not doing stuff with the kids. So when I'm at home, I'm doing all sorts of different machines, red light therapy. I bought a hyperbaric chamber that I try to use every night. I'm in the building early, and then I do my treatment here. I do shoulder exercises every single day. And as far as like supplementation, things that I'm eating, like in a sad way, it's kind of all I think about, because that's what's necessary for me to be able to play. And then like leading up to game day, we're doing everything we can to maximize sleep. I'm wearing lidocaine patches to sleep. I'm taking all different sorts of cleared by this medical staff, nothing bad, but medications. I'm doing everything I can to be able to play, but I guess I've earned that because I've played for 10 years. So I chose that, and I'm fine with that.
So much that goes into just getting on the field for Taylor Decker as he gets ready for this Thanksgiving game. Still to come, what is today going to mean to your Week 13 fantasy lineup? Michael Fabiano will join us. This is Westwood One's coverage of the National Football League.
I'm with Applied Innovation customer David Band, Vice President of Communications for Volunteers of America, an organization that supports veterans, seniors, and families with affordable housing.
We rely on Applied Innovation for a multitude of services, from IT support through our multifunctional devices. These devices are supremely important to our innovation and our ability to serve our clients.
Applied Innovation's culture means being involved in their local communities.
The Applied Innovation staff is absolutely phenomenal. Whether they are supporting our mission, supporting our events, or helping us with what we need, it's not often we can find an organization that quote-unquote just gets it.
The benefit of Applied Innovation support?
Bottom line benefit is I can get out there, I can engage with the community and help spread the mission and help people that need our services, veterans, seniors, and families.
Looking for a company that simply gets it? Call Applied Innovation today, 800-521-0983, or visit appliedinnovation.com. Applied Innovation, office technology made simple from a partner you can trust.
The Grand Valley State men's basketball team embarks on their 2025-26 home opener inside the GVSU Fieldhouse Arena this Wednesday afternoon.
You'll find Trevor Smith and reset, 12 on the shot clock. A screen from Allen. Smith, pick and pop. Allen rises, fires, left side, three is good!
The Laker men get set for a Thanksgiving Eve non-conference tilt in Allendale against the Lewis Flyers at 3 p.m. Live coverage begins 15 minutes prior to the opening tip, right here on the Ticket West Michigan.
Hey everybody, I'm Michael Strahan, and St. Jude has been close to my heart for many years. Their groundbreaking research is changing how the world treats childhood cancer, and has helped push the survival rate in the U.S. from 20% to more than 80%. Please help St. Jude give children the greatest gift, a chance at a lifetime.
This holiday, help St. Jude find more cures for more children. Donate now at musicgives.org.
Welcome back to the NFL on Westwood One. I'm Scott Graham. Time for our weekly fantasy football preview with Sports Illustrated senior fantasy analyst Michael Fabiano, sponsored by Prize Picks. On Prize Picks, you simply pick 2 to 6 players, choose more or less, and watch your lineups light up like the holidays. Download Prize Picks and use code PRIMETIME and get $50 bonus credit instantly in lineups when you play $5. Must be present in certain states. Visit prizepicks.com for restrictions and details. Happy Thanksgiving, Mike.
Happy Thanksgiving, my friend.
All right, we've got ourselves a little bit of a feast here in Game 1, a little bit of a fantasy feast, too.
Yeah, there should be some high scorers in this contest. There'll also be some turkeys, unfortunately. One of them won't be Josh Jacobs, who is back and will be in action for fantasy managers. You could start Romeo Doubs and Christian Watson if you need a flex or a wide receiver 3 type. Jordan Love, more of a super flex option. I don't love him, even though the matchup is good. On the Lions side, Jared Goff is almost always very good at Ford Field. Jameer Gibbs, Amon-Ra St. Brown are no-brainers. And I know Jamison Williams had a 0 last week. I'm still starting him against Green Bay as a wide receiver 2 flex.
Now, Jared Goff figures in with your individual Prize Picks, does he not?
Yeah, he does. I like Goff to have more than 16 fantasy points in this game. Now, Green Bay's defense is good, but has had allowed 16-plus fantasy points to 5 quarterbacks this season. And also, the only high-end quarterback who hasn't had a good game against them was Jalen Hurts, and it was a Monday night stinker a few weeks ago. Look at the quarterbacks who haven't had success. They haven't been the biggest names. And Goff has also scored 17 or more points in 3 straight games on Thanksgiving Day. So Goff for more than 16 fantasy points. I also like Jordan Love for less than 232.5 passing yards. He's actually failed to throw for more than 176 yards, Scott, in 3 straight games in 4 of his last 5. And only one quarterback, Jameis Winston, just last week, has thrown for more than 228 yards against the Lions at Ford Field this season. And then finally, Romeo Doubs, more than 44.5 receiving yards. He's posted 44 or more yards in 7 games this year, and the Lions have allowed 18 wide receivers to beat them for at least 45 receiving yards. Matthew Golden's banged up. Jaden Reed, Savion Williams, both out. There should be enough targets for Romeo Doubs to hit that number.
Mike, enjoy the football. Enjoy your holiday. We'll talk to you again next week.
You too, my friend. Again, happy Thanksgiving, everyone.
As we continue with the pregame show, we'll get you one step closer to kickoff time. You're listening to the NFL on Westwood One.
Stop your grinding with Brooks Night Guard.
Are you waking up in the morning with a sore jaw, headaches, ringing in your ears, all because you're grinding and clenching your teeth at night? That's exactly what was going on with me. I ended up going to a dentist, and he wants to charge over $600 for a night guard. That's when I found the Brooks Night Guard. You mold it at home to the top or bottom teeth. Other mouth guards go all the way to the back, which allows the back teeth to touch. This is where most of the grinding and clenching occurs. The Brooks Night Guard redirects the bite force away from the back teeth, reducing jaw pain while still protecting the teeth. This unique design is what makes Brooks Night Guard different from all other traditional grind guards. Order your Brooks Night Guard today and get 10% off plus free shipping. Go to brooksnightguard.com and enter the code BROOKS91. That's BRUX91.
Stop your grinding with Brooks Night Guard.
Welcome back to the John Madden Thanksgiving celebration on Westwood One. It's time for another memorable moment in football history. Sponsored by Advantage Gold.
Jake Bates, rookie kicker. The approach, sweep the leg, kick on the way. He's got it! The Lions win! It is a new franchise record. 11 straight victories for the Detroit Lions. They outlast the Packers 34-31.
Ian Eagle with a call a week after Thanksgiving last season. Lions and Packers entered that Thursday night battle with a combined 20-4 record, the only blemish for either team in each of their previous 8 games. Green Bay falling to Detroit in Week 9. Now the rematch lived up to the hype. 4 lead changes, all in the second half. Then, in a tie game with 43 seconds left, Detroit faced a 4th and inches, well within field goal range. Dan Campbell made the call to go for it, and David Montgomery ripped off a 7-yard run. That gamble let the Lions drain the clock before Jake Bates drilled that 35-yarder as time expired. Lions' 11th straight win not only set a franchise record, it also clinched back-to-back playoff berths for the first time in 29 years. That's tonight's memorable moment in football history, sponsored by Advantage Gold. Defense wins football games and protects retirements too. Call Advantage Gold at 800-900-8000 now. Leave your email and get your free gold information kit. Message and data rates apply. I'll be back at halftime, a conversation with Dallas Cowboys wide receiver George Pickens, but up next we'll rejoin Jason Benetti and Ryan Leaf at Ford Field. This is Westwood One's coverage of the National Football League.
I'm with Applied Innovation customer David Band, Vice President of Communications for Volunteers of America, an organization that supports veterans, seniors, and families with affordable housing.
We rely on Applied Innovation for a multitude of services, from IT support through our multifunctional devices. These devices are supremely important to our innovation and our ability to serve our clients.
Applied Innovation's culture means being involved in their local communities.
The Applied Innovation staff is absolutely phenomenal. I mean, whether they are supporting our mission, supporting our events, or helping us with what we need, it's not often we can find an organization that quote-unquote just gets it.
The benefit of Applied Innovation support?
Bottom line benefit is I can get out there, I can engage with the community and help spread the mission and help people that need our services, veterans, seniors, and families.
Looking for a company that simply gets it? Call Applied Innovation today, 800-521-0983, or visit appliedinnovation.com. Applied Innovation, office technology made simple from a partner you can trust.
The Grand Valley State men's basketball team embarks on their 2025-26 home opener inside the GVSU Fieldhouse Arena this Wednesday afternoon.
They'll find Trevor Smith and reset, 12 on the shot clock. A screen from Allen. Smith, pick and pop. Allen rises, fires, left side, three is good!
The Laker men get set for a Thanksgiving Eve non-conference tilt in Allendale against the Lewis Flyers at 3 p.m. Live coverage begins 15 minutes prior to the opening tip, right here on the Ticket West Michigan.
Hi, I'm Drew Barrymore, and I want to tell you how you can help to support the life-saving work of St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. When you give, you're helping ensure families never receive a bill from St. Jude for treatment, travel, housing, or food, so they can focus on helping their child live. This holiday, help St. Jude give children the greatest gift, a chance at a lifetime.
This holiday, help St. Jude find more cures for more children. Donate now at musicgives.org.
Welcome back to Ford Field, filled to the rafters, and it's time now for today's winning playbook, sponsored by LinkedIn Ads. With LinkedIn Ads, every ad gets served to the MVPs you need. Get a $250 credit when you spend $250 on your first campaign. Go to linkedin.com/campaign. Terms and conditions apply. All right, Ryan, let's start with Green Bay. What does each team need to do to win today?
Well, I think it always comes down to the quarterback, as we always talk about. Jordan Love has had a bit of an up-and-down season, but he lost his best and his most trusted receiver in Tucker Kraft. And since he's been gone, he's been kind of trying to find his way. His wide receivers have had some drop issues. So I think today running the football is going to be a good start, but then that play action to allow some of his speedsters to get down the field. On the defensive side for the Packers, it's going to be all about Micah Parsons in that rush game. Make Jared Goff feel really uncomfortable back there, have to get rid of it a little bit early, and then also have an eye or a spy, somebody on Jahmyr Gibbs at all times, or he has that kind of breakout game like he did against the Giants last week.
So for the Lions, how do you counter what you think you're going to see from that Packers defense?
Well, I think of them as a really speed-oriented defense. They're always so fast. So for me, offensively, I would really look to run some reverses, maybe use that speed against them, and then use some trap plays up at the line of scrimmage. Let those guys come up the field fast, kick them out with their big offensive linemen, and then let Jahmyr Gibbs find those gaps, find those holes, use his speed and explosiveness to get down the field. That's how I would go up against this Green Bay Packers defense, and that's a tall order with the rushing lanes and the gap integrity that they keep throughout the football game.
They also just don't really allow big plays in the pass game, and the Lions typically don't take a lot of deep shots.
They don't. Jamison Williams is kind of that guy. In some games, he has big games where they go down the field to him, and in others, they use him more as a possession receiver. I'm going to look and see what kind of personnel they bring to the table. They are without Laporta Brock Wright's going to be out. I mean, they are really limited at tight end. Maybe Tesla gets some looks there, but I think they could be in a lot of two-back, 3 wide receiver sets, which means they could be long, arduous drives, hopefully getting it done perfectly with little passes for touchdowns.
Huge game coming up in the NFC North here on Thanksgiving. The opening kickoff between the Lions and the Packers is coming up. You're listening to the NFL on Westwood One.
Oh, hey, welcome to gift wrapping. Whoa, Zoe Saldana.
Hey, can you wrap these, please?
Wow, iPhone 17s. You splurged.
At T-Mobile, you can get 4 iPhone 17s on them. The new center stage front camera is amazing for group selfies. It's the perfect gift for everyone.
I'm the worst. I only got my mom a robe.
Well, it's better than socks.
So, I have to trade in my old phone, right?
No, at T-Mobile, there's no trade-ins needed when you switch. Keep your old phone or give it as a gift.
Incredible.
In fact, wrap up my old phone, too, for my Aunt Rosa. Forget that. Aunt Liz will be jealous.
Sounds like my family. Drama.
Oh, I got it. I'll give it to my abuela. I'll take reindeer paper with, hey, where are you going?
To T-Mobile. The holidays are better at T-Mobile. Get 4 iPhone 17s on us. No trade-in needed when you switch. Plus 4 lines for just $25 a line.
With 24 monthly bill credits and 4 eligible port-ins on essentials for well-qualified customers. Auto pay plus taxes, fees, and $35 device connection charge. Credits end and balance due if you pay off early or cancel. Contact us. Finance agreement 256 gigabytes, $830 required. Visit T-Mobile.com.
Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is Westwood One, your home for the National Football League.
WJRW Grand Rapids, W291DJ Grand Rapids, a Cumulus media station, is the ticket, West Michigan.
Who won the toss?
We are here at Ford Field in downtown Detroit. The Lions in their Honolulu blue with gray pants, and the Packers in their iconic green and yellow, the white tops with green numbers and yellow pants, and the smoke machines are plentiful here at Ford Field. 4 of them billowing into the air. Jack White's 7 Nation Army was blaring over the loudspeaker. He'll play at halftime. It is quite the scene for Thanksgiving here, as always, Ryan.
It is. It's an annual event here in Detroit, and for a lot of years, it was not a very fun holiday to be a Detroit Lions fan. Lately, under Dan Campbell, things have changed, and now this has become a real celebration here in Detroit for families and friends alike.
The Lions will kick it away, but you're right. Dan Campbell has totally changed the atmosphere around the Lions here, but with the coaching changes, with the 2 coordinators leaving, there's been some flux here for the Lions. They have dealt with that pretty well, but the Packers set them on a different course. The season opening loss in Green Bay, 27-13 against these very Packers. And now we've reached Thanksgiving. Both teams feel like they can set sail on a playoff chase, but they both need this today.
2 years ago, exactly similar positions when they played this game. The Lions were going a little further, but it just punctuated and sent the Green Bay Packers forward and pushed them into that big playoff run that they had when a big win from Jordan Love and this receiving core on Thanksgiving 2 years ago.
Mentioned the Packers will get the ball first. The Lions won the toss. They have deferred. And it is time now for the opening kickoff, sponsored by Kohl's. From jerseys to tailgating must-haves and more fan favorites, find everything you need to gear up for the game at Kohl's and Kohl's.com. Jake Bates, the former All-UFL kicker, awaiting his opportunity to strike the ball. He's got it teed up alone at the 35 on the left side of Ford Field. With the white kicks, he approaches and drives the leg. It goes to Bo Melton outside the numbers 10, 15 up the sideline, 20, 25-yard line, veering inside to the 29, and a marker comes flying in immediately. Sione Vaki got down there to make the stop, but we will check the first flag. Ron Torbert is our referee today.
During the return, holding on the return team, number 27. 10-yard penalty, Green Bay's ball, 1st and 10.
It's on the former Oregon State safety, Ketan Oladapo, and it will drive Green Bay all the way back just across the 10-yard line. They'll give them, let's see, as they walk it off. They're continuing to slowly walk it forward. So the Packers set up shop at the 10, and now they're going to walk forward, only to walk backward again. The officials haven't spotted the ball yet, and finally, officially, it's at the 16-yard line. Welcome to The Price is Right.
They've had their turkey before the game, just walking and a little bit of it off. Didn't know if they're going to run as much as they thought in this game.
Just get your steps in. Here we go, 1st and 10 for Green Bay. Josh Jacobs back from the knee injury, the lone setback. Wide left, Romeo Doubs. Trips to the right, now attached to the formation to the right. It's a snap and a pitch for Jacobs. He runs outside right, leaning forward to the 20-yard line. He's down at the 21. Jack Campbell, the leading tackler for Detroit, makes the stop. It's a gain of 5 on the first play from scrimmage, Ryan.
The big question that needed to be answered, whether Josh Jacobs was going to be physical enough, I think was answered on the first play. He entered that hole with full force and lowered his shoulder into Campbell for a great collision.
They'll go 2 tight ends here on 2nd down. Snap, play action fake. Love back in 5. He whips it over the middle. He's got a completion at the 37-yard line to Christian Watson, who drags his way all the way to the 38. It's a first down for Green Bay, an opening completion for Love.
And there with the play action. They run a great run play on 1st down and 2nd down, a little play action. The coverage was good. Amik Robertson was right there, but the ball was let go before Christian Watson even comes out of his break, makes the catch for the first down.
Remember, Watson didn't play in that first game. He was out the first 6 with a knee injury. 13:53 in the first. Green Bay driving at their own 38. Out of the shotgun, Love takes the snap, and he gives it straight ahead for Jacobs. He'll trudge forward middle of the field to the 41-yard line. Give him about 3 on a first down carry. There's Alex Anzalone and his flowing hair with the stop for a Lions defense that's without Kirby Joseph today, among others, in that secondary.
Yeah, among others, Terrion Arnold was a big question mark. He is a go, but they've been banged up defensively what seems like for 2 years now.
Yeah.
They have to find guys that come in and play. Getting Marcus Davenport back today is a big, big win for this football team.
He is lined up on the line across from Aiden Hutchinson. Davenport down at the bottom of the formation to the right. They'll work out of the shotgun. Dontavian Wicks in motion right to left, now back to the left, and then into the backfield in orbit motion. They'll throw it to him, swinging it out, caught 35, up to the 40 and the 45-yard line. He lays out right near the marker. It'll be 3rd down and 1. A lot of motion there from Dontavian Wicks. Robertson the stop. It's a 3rd and short.
It's a great play call. They utilized the speed of Wicks to get leverage just enough. The ball was well thrown to his outside shoulder, and he made a couple guys miss to get to a spot where now that's a real 3rd and manageable situation here near midfield.
Call it 3rd and 1, 12:32 to go. First quarter opening drive for Green Bay. Detroit brings in big Roy Lopez on the defensive line to try to stop the run here. It is a 3rd down and 1. Jacobs has seen a lot of action. Handoff straight ahead, right up the zipper. He's got the first down and more. Nearly tripped up, keeps his feet, and drives to the 40-yard line. Thomas Harper was in there first, tried to undercut him, and Jacobs picked up the leg for a gain of 13.
And when he did come to undercut him, I really thought he was going to plant his foot and go back to the left where the double team started, where there was a big gap, but there was just 2 huge holes that double team presented. He takes the right angle of it and goes and picks up a huge first down on this opening drive.
This Green Bay run game can really use Jacobs, but Emmanuel Wilson was great last week with a couple of touchdowns in his first career start. Single setback from the 40 ball hash mark right, 1st down and 10 for Green Bay. In motion, Melton, snap and a handoff. Jacobs twirls out of a tackle behind the line and dives for a yard. Jack Campbell smothers him. It'll be 2nd down and 9. We are 3.5 in. Tyleek Williams, the rookie, was in there first on that defensive line.
And his penetration changed the whole dynamic of the play, because then all his brothers, Lions, were right there to make the tackle and only allowed him really to get back to the line of scrimmage. This is the first play that it felt like Detroit had an idea of what Green Bay was doing and made the stop.
Call it 2nd and 9 off that stop. Slot left, Christian Watson with Doubs. Twins down there out of the pistol. Love takes the snap. He's back in 3. He whistles it wide. It's caught by Doubs, tucked in right at the 30. He's out of bounds, maybe a half yard shy of the line to gain. Romeo Doubs with the catch, and we will see where the spot is. It looks like maybe he's just short for another 3rd and short for Green Bay.
Yeah, just enough short. Great route, and then the throw was even better. They may want to take another look at this one. There's a bit of a bobble by Doubs as he entered the out-of-bounds spot, but Nothing as of yet.
They're going to let him run this play, it looks like. It's 3rd and 1. Ball nosing up to the 30-yard line. Wilson in as the tailback. He puts his hands to his face mask, awaiting a possible carry. Under center, snap to Love. Handoff straight away, Wilson, and he crashes forward for a first down into Anzalone. Green Bay's offensive line has done everything it's needed to on this opening drive.
They really have. They've been a pretty cohesive unit, but the move placing Anthony Belton at right guard was a huge move a week ago. It opened up the running game. It allowed Emmanuel Lewis to be their first 100-yard runner of the game of the season, and then today has already established himself as where they were going to go, off the right side.
Yeah, they're 43% run. That's 4th in the NFL in a pass-heavy league as we go down to 9:45 in the first quarter. No score opening drive. It's a heavy box here with Brooks the tailback. Love out of the shotgun. Motion from Melton. Play action that way. Love back in the pocket. Wants to launch. Fades to the right. Staggers to the right. To the 30-yard line. He throws it right, and it's incomplete. A short hop for Melton, who was skating free. He could have gone to Grosse Pointe or Traverse City or anywhere else in the state of Michigan. Just pull out your hand, point to a spot. He'd have gone there, and it was a short hop.
Melton's the one on the motion, and it's a double route by 2 receivers. That's it. They're both running really deep, cutting in posts and then corner routes that were well covered. And then when Jordan Love gets on the move, Melton just streams down the sideline and is wide open. I don't understand how he didn't complete that ball. It was an easy little toss to the right side, and he doesn't make it.
He expended so much energy avoiding the pressure. 2nd down and 10. Ball at the 27 for Green Bay in Detroit territory. He'll zip it over the middle, and that pass is incomplete. He wanted Watson. It was a laser that was off target. So at 9:23 in the first, it's a 3rd and 10 for a Green Bay team that has been phenomenal on 3rd down this year.
They have been, because their quarterback's been so good. But the last 2 plays, he's been about as bad as you can in terms of having receivers open. Christian Watson was wide open coming across the field, probably his 3rd read, and maybe felt a little pressure from Aiden Hutchinson screaming around the corner.
Watson in the trips up top of the formation to the right. Dobbs wide to the right. 3rd down and 10. Love goes up to the line of scrimmage, pointing with the left hand, changing the play. In motion right to left is Wicks. Snap waist high for Love. On a stunt, here comes Hutchinson, and the pressure gets to him. It's a lob to the right, and it's incomplete. It was a stunt with McNeil and Hutchinson. McNeil burst through, and the Lions get a stop at 9:17 in the first, although Jordan Love opened scalding.
He did, and he cooled off here at the end of the drive. 2 opportunities that would have set up for 6 points most likely, but he does a good job on the 3rd down of not taking a sack and pushing McManus further back for a field goal attempt.
Yeah, it is the usual suspect now for Green Bay with the cut of Lucas Havrisek, calling a 45-yard field goal for McManus from hash mark left. The snap is a good one. The kick is on the way. McManus has struggled at points this year, but he drills this one, just striped it down the middle, and Green Bay has the opening salvo here on Thanksgiving. And a reminder that for every field goal made today and throughout the season, Barbasol will make a donation to Kurt and Brenda Warner's Treasure House, a living community for adults with disabilities. Barbasol Shaving Cream, an American original for over 100 years. Close Shave America, Close Shave Barbasol. 9:12 to go. First quarter here in Detroit. It's Green Bay 3, Detroit nothing. This is Westwood One's coverage of the National Football League.
The Grand Valley State men's basketball team embarks on their 2025-26 home opener inside the GVSU Fieldhouse Arena this Wednesday afternoon.
They'll find Trevor Smith and reset, 12 on the shot clock. A screen from Allen. Smith, pick and pop. Allen rises, fires, left side, 3 is good!
The Laker men get set for a Thanksgiving Eve non-conference tilt in Allendale against the Lewis Flyers at 3 p.m. Live coverage begins 15 minutes prior to the opening tip, right here on the Ticket West Michigan.
I'm with Applied Innovation customer David Band, Vice President of Communications for Volunteers of America, an organization that supports veterans, seniors, and families with affordable housing.
We rely on Applied Innovation for a multitude of services, from IT support through our multifunctional devices. These devices are supremely important to our innovation and our ability to serve our clients.
Applied Innovation's culture means being involved in their local communities.
The Applied Innovation staff is absolutely phenomenal. I mean, whether they are supporting our mission, supporting our events or helping us with what we need. It's not often we can find an organization that quote-unquote just gets it.
The benefit of Applied Innovation support?
Bottom line benefit is I can get out there, I can engage with the community and help spread the mission and help people that need our services, veterans, seniors, and families.
Looking for a company that simply gets it? Call Applied Innovation today, 800-521-0983, or visit applieddinnovation.com. Applied Innovation, office technology made simple from a partner you can trust.
The holiday season is almost here, and the Leaderboard Indoor Golf is the place to celebrate. Host your holiday party with friends or coworkers in style. With 7 golf simulators, over 1,500 courses, mini games, and plenty of TVs for all the sports action. And when the party's over, keep the fun going by joining one of the Winter Golf Leagues. Book your holiday event today, or for more information on leagues, lessons, and memberships, visit theleaderboardgolf.com or call 616-500-8709. The Leaderboard Golf, where every season is golf season.
Want Black Friday deals? Then come to Macy's, because doorbusters are back. Plus, get a limited edition parade-inspired bag with qualifying purchase while supplies last. Only in stores till 1 p.m. Friday. See store for details. Along with Ryan Leaf, I'm Jason Benetti here in the Grainger broadcast booth in Detroit. At work, every day's game day. Give your crew an edge. With Grainger, you'll find supplies and solutions for every industry when you call. Click Grainger.com or just stop by. 3-0 Green Bay on a Brandon McManus field goal after a 12-play drive. It was 45 yards away, and Detroit will see the ball for the first time in their home on this great Thanksgiving holiday. Kickoff from McManus. Tom Kennedy just elevated. Will watch this go into the end zone, and a touchback. That is not good news. McManus straightens out the field goal issue for the time being. But the new rules, and talking to Dave Phipp, the special teams coordinator for the Lions, he thinks it's one of the biggest rule changes in decades in the NFL, and you get a bonanza of field position here.
And talking to Dave before the game as well, he talked about, hey, you give the ball to the team at the 35-yard line with the way the kickers are being able to boot the ball, 2 first downs, and you are in scoring position with that kickoff into the end zone.
You're at the 35-yard line. And under center, Jared Goff. He will motion Ross Dwelly tight to the formation, the tight end in with Brock Wright and Sam Laporta's injuries. Jahmyr Gibbs standing straight up, takes the ball from Goff, who fell on the handoff. He launched himself back to the 31, and Gibbs ends up with 2 yards. Isaiah McDuffie with the stop, but that was near disaster.
A very near disaster. Tristan Colon is the starting center now as Graham Glasgow is out for this game, and he takes a false step and steps on the right foot of Jared Goff and then falls to the ground, luckily getting the handoff to Jahmyr Gibbs.
Yeah, Cologne, who opened the season on the practice squad for the Lions. Now they'll motion a fullback in. It's an eye backfield. Call it 2nd down and 8. Snap play action. Goff rolling to the left, flowing that way, throwing that way, incomplete. Out of the reach of Jamison Williams. It'll be 3rd down and 8. That play action game typically very good for the Lions. Packers are 4th best in the NFL against play action.
And it's not as really much as a threat without Sam Laporta running those little flat routes into the flat. And this time, nothing fooled Micah Parsons. He was on the hunt, almost getting to Goff, making him throw the ball a little bit earlier than he wanted to, incomplete.
Micah Parsons, who said this week that 10 sacks for him is, quote, minimum. That's terrifying. 3rd down and 8, shotgun snap. Here comes pressure. Goff has it right in his face, and he has to spike it into the ground. He's drilled by McDuffie and McKinney at the same time, and a rapid-fire 3-and-out for the Lions at 8:27 in the first. But, boy, the Packers bringing pressure early, Ryan.
Yeah, they lined 8 guys at the line of scrimmage. They dropped Micah Parsons into coverage, which allows McDuffie and McKinney to come off the edges pretty much unblocked. And then McKinney makes Jared Goff have to get rid of it, spike it, as you said, right into the ground, 3-and-out.
Packers are 29th in the NFL in blitz rate, but they've come with some heat here as Fox sprays it to the right. Romeo Doubs off the punt will fair catch and await the arrival of just a parachute all the way inside the 17-yard line. It's a 46-yard punt, no return.
On a short week like this, too, it allows for you to maybe do some things outside the norm that puts pressure on an offense not able to prepare for it during the week.
That is a great point. 3-0 Green Bay over Detroit. 8:19 first quarter in Detroit. You're listening to the NFL on Westwood One.
At Uline, They know firsthand the road to success is an uphill climb. Uline started in the family basement, and through hard work is now North America's most trusted shipping and industrial supplier. They get what it means to have the support of reliable, hard-working partners. So they keep 41,000 items ready to ship. Whether your company is still in a basement office or expanding cross-country, Uline will be there on your road to success. Visit uline.com.
Kohl's Black Friday deals are here. Grab your coffee and put on your sneakers because it's go time. Through Saturday, save up to 50% on everything from toys to beauty faves, winter styles, and more. Plus, earn $15 Kohl's Cash for every $50 spent. Yep, that's extra Kohl's Cash. So run, don't walk. Just hold on tight to that coffee. Select styles, some exclusions apply. Coupons and Kohl's Cash do not apply to Sephora. Offers end November 29th. See store or kohls.com for details.
LinkedIn gets B2B marketing and knows that every win is derived from a well-orchestrated play. With LinkedIn ads, every ad gets served to the MVPs you need. LinkedIn has grown to a network of over 1 billion professionals that you can reach based on job title, industry, and more. Start converting your B2B audience into high-quality leads today. Spend $250 on your first campaign and get a free $250 credit for the next one. Just go to linkedin.com/campaign. That's linkedin.com/campaign. Terms and conditions apply. Only on LinkedIn ads.
Thanksgiving football is back. Catch the Chiefs and Cowboys, 4:30 p.m. Eastern on CBS, and the Bengals and Ravens, 8:20 p.m. Eastern on NBC. Also streaming on mobile with NFL Plus. Sign up today at plus.nfl.com/radio. Terms and conditions apply. You can also hear those games right here on Westwood One. 3-0 Green Bay, 8-12 first quarter. The Lions have had the ball for all of, this is breathtaking, 53 seconds. Quick 3-and-out for the Packers defense on a short field for Detroit.
Well, a really good job by the defense of Detroit to get the stop, make them attempt a field goal, but then the worst possible return for the Detroit Lions was to go out offensively and lay an egg there, because now you put the ball in the hands of Jordan Love, who, before those final 3 plays, was churning along really well, running the football really well, putting a lot of pressure on this Detroit Lions defense.
They opened 3 for 3. A couple incompletions bogged down the drive, but this is a Packers team that does really like to run the ball, as we talked about. Even though they're 24th in the league in yards per carry, they rarely get big negative plays to set them back. It's Brooks, sidecar to the right, 2 receivers to the right for Love. Scrimmage is the 17. Out of the shotgun, the snap. Fake it that way. Hand it for Melton. He runs to the right at the 15. Tiptoes toward the out-of-bounds line, and he's over the sideline with Brian Branch after a gain of 1. So again, that orbit motion behind Love goes to Melton, the cornerback turned receiver, and a short gain.
And Brian Branch does a tremendous job of identifying and then just going. He's the one who meets him at the right sideline and gets him out of bounds for, like you said, a minimal pickup on first down.
He and Joseph together are such ball-hawking safeties. Kirby Joseph out, but Harper had a pick last week as the Packers break the huddle in the white with gold pants. 2 to the left, 2 to the right. Out of the shotgun, Jordan Love stepping toward the line. Brooks to his right. 3-man front for Detroit. Snap, 4 come. It's Love throwing to the left side, and that is incomplete. Ricocheted on a slant opportunity for Wicks. It was knocked out of his hands by Amik Robertson, and it's 3rd down and 9 for Green Bay. 7:30 in the first, up 3-0.
You know, sometimes when checks are made at the line of scrimmage, it's dumbfounding to me why the checks are made, because you had everything you wanted out on the perimeter with your wide receiver, and instead you go inside with the great coverage of Amik Robertson to knock it away. Now you're back behind the sticks here, 3rd and long, and exactly where the Detroit Lions and Aiden Hutchinson want to be.
Yeah, he's got that wide split up left on the formation. Out of the shotgun, Love again wanders to his center, Ryan. He's back into the shotgun. Brooks to his left. It's a 3rd down and 9. Snap. Love has a clean pocket. He wants to throw. He does. He's got it to Brooks, who gets bucked down at the 20-yard line. Shoulder to shoulder. Terrion Arnold just thudded him down, and it's 4th down at 7:19 in the first, just a gain of 4.
Lined up in what looked like man coverage, but then did a tremendous job of staying in their zone. And Terrion Arnold, you said that if he's not waiting right there in that zone, in that 3rd of the field, he's not there to erupt with that hit to break it up and make it a 4th down and a punt opportunity.
And for a guy that was just in the concussion protocol, to see the way he led with his shoulder there, it's a really good job of tackling by Arnold as Kennedy is back to receive the punt from Whelan, who approaches and sends a sidewinder in the air to Kennedy back at the 16. Two-hand catch. He'll run to the right, 20-yard line to the hash mark, 25, 30, up the hash mark, 35-yard line, and finally back to his end zone with his back facing the end zone to the 37-yard line. It's a 21-yard return and a net of 41. 6:32, quarter number 1 in Detroit. The Lions trying to get untracked. It's 3-0 Green Bay. You're listening to the NFL on Westwood One.
Hey, football fans with a 401k, IRA, or retirement account. You know that defense wins championships. The same is true when it comes to protecting your savings. Advantage Gold, one of America's #1 rated precious metals companies, helps investors protect their retirement from inflation, a falling dollar, and market volatility with physical gold and silver. Don't wait until the market fumbles your future. Learn how to buy gold tax-free and penalty-free using your retirement account, thanks to a little-known IRS-approved strategy that feels better than a game-winning field goal. Here's how to get started. Call Advantage Gold at 800-900-8000 today and leave a voicemail with your email address. We'll send you your free gold investment kit, a $49 value, absolutely free. That's 800-900-8000. Call now and protect your wealth with Advantage Gold before the clock runs out. Past performance not indicative of future results. Consult your financial or tax professional before investing.
My Cause, My Cleats celebrates the positive impact that NFL players have made on and off the field in communities across America. This week, players across the league showcase their unique and customized cleats to recognize the various causes they are passionate about supporting. Visit NFL.com/MyCauseMyCleats to see the reviews, discover player stories, bid on their custom cleats for charity, and learn more about their commitment to making a difference in their communities.
Tim, I'm receiving an important update.
Ooh, are you getting night vision?
No, I just found out you could get $200 with Navy Federal Credit Union when you refinance your auto loans from another lender.
So, no night vision?
No night vision.
Learn more at NavyFederal.org/auto loans. Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission. Navy Federal is insured by NCUA. Credit and collateral subject to approval. Refinance loan must be at least $5,000 to be eligible for the $200. Terms and conditions apply.
All season long, you can stream the NFL on Westwood One for free, sponsored by LinkedIn Ads. With LinkedIn Ads, every ad gets served to the MVPs you need. Get a $250 credit when you spend $250 on your first campaign. Go to linkedin.com/campaign. Terms and conditions apply. And fans, a reminder, you can listen on WestwoodOneSports.com or by downloading the Westwood One Sports app today. Tough to evaluate the Lions' opening drive. It was a run in which Jared Goff fell while handing it off, and then 2 incompletions. And so they'll set sail from the 37 in their own territory. Single setback is Gibbs, standing tall in the backfield. He'll get it at the 35 and drive the legs to the 40. He breaks outside of the 43, and standing up, he gets shoved out of bounds at the 44-yard line. Hit pretty hard by Keyshawn Nixon. It's a gain of about 7 or 8 for Gibbs. For a team that leads the NFL in yards per carry, this is the bread and butter for Detroit, as we do have an injured player down. Amon-Ra St. Brown, yeah.
He was out on the perimeter blocking. He circled back into the middle of the field and just kind of gets run up on by an offensive lineman and rolled through his back of his ankle.
Yeah, it's Coyote Awoshika, who was just standing there, got pushed into him, and that is why St. Brown is down. We'll step aside. The score, 3-0 Green Bay over Detroit, 6:19 first quarter at a hushed Ford Field. You're listening to the NFL on Westwood One.
Presenting a Gain Flings love story. Dear love of my life, we were on the 12B bus this morning when I caught a whiff. A scent so fresh, so life-changing, I had to find its source. Alas, I didn't know if you were the woman in the pink freshly washed cardigan or the retired mailman next to me, but I knew one of you was my soulmate. Ah, the scent of Gain Flings. Try Gain Flings with OxyBoost and Febreze.
Want Black Friday deals you won't find anywhere else? Then you have to get to Macy's Friday, because store-only doorbusters are back. Come in for unbeatable deals like $29.99 diamond pendant necklaces, $5 Disney plush toys, and women's cashmere for $39.99. Plus, get a limited edition parade-inspired shopping bag with qualifying purchase. It's only in stores till 1 p.m. Friday and only at Macy's. Savings off select styles. Exclusions apply. See store for details.
Nationwide is so much more than a great insurance company. They're one of America's largest financial services companies. Like how I'm more than just Peyton Manning. I'm also motivating Manning. When I say insurance, you say financial services. Insurance.
Financial services.
Insurance.
Financial services.
Now when I say Nationwide, you say is both. Nationwide.
Is both.
Nationwide.
Is both.
For your insurance and financial needs, Nationwide is on your side.
Nationwide Investment Services Corporation, member FINRA, Columbus, Ohio.
Find what you love and love what you find at Total Wine and More. There's so much waiting for you.
With the lowest prices for over 30 years, find what you love only at Total Wine and More. Drink responsibly, B21.
NFL play-by-play lives on Westwood One.
30, the 20, far side 10.
Catch Westwood One's exclusive audio play-by-play coverage of any primetime NFL game.
Touchdown!
Listen live on the Westwood One Sports app.
Second down and 3 for Detroit, but Amon-Ra St. Brown just walked off the field and into the tunnel. And we remind you, from jerseys to tailgating must-haves and more fan favorites, find everything you need to gear up for the game at Kohl's and Kohl's.com. So St. Brown comes off the field with some help. He was limping pretty substantially as he came to the near sideline. And so Jamison Williams is going to have to see a lot more action and productivity after going catchless last week. 2nd and 3, I backfield. Horton in front of Gibbs in the Honolulu blue for the Lions. Goff hunches down, takes a snap, running straight ahead. Gibbs hops through the hole and gets crushed right there. He drives the pile, still pushing forward. Skipper behind. He is the engine of this thing all the way down to the Packers 49. You lose the sports car, St. Brown, and you go to the ATV. It's a gain of 7. Darian McDuffie tried to stop the momentum.
Yeah, trying is one thing, and once Gibbs got himself a little bit underneath the shoulder pads of McDuffie, the offensive lineman just turned into pushers from that point on and then moved him up at least 6 yards to get him past midfield mark.
5:28 to go first quarter. It's a single setback. They'll bring the extra lineman to the right with Skipper. And some movement at the near side. Tesla is over there. Perks are in motion. The third tight end right to left. Snap and a handoff. Montgomery juking to the right. He'll twist down after a gain of 1 and a marker down at the far sideline at the 50-yard line. At 5:12 in the first, 3-0 Green Bay. And we'll check the penalty with Ron Torbert. Packers are waving decline it. Colby Wooden saying decline the penalty, so he believes it's on Detroit. Only Ron has the answer.
Illegal formation by the offense. The left tackle was initially uncovered. It's a 5-yard penalty. Repeat first down.
How do you organize all these new guys?
That's the biggest thing, and there was a lot of confusion at the start of that play. They moved over a tackle to really play the tight end position, and once they did that, there was no one on the left side of the formation to cover up the tight end, and therefore there's your illegal formation and why the Green Bay Packers chose to accept it. 1st and 15.
Call it the 46-yard line in Lions territory. Montgomery, the lone setback. Gibbs out in front, blocking on a toss to the left. And Montgomery is double-teamed down at the 45. He'll lose a yard. Edger and Cooper was just waiting for him. And it's 2nd down and 16.
You and I talked off air about how this Green Bay Packers team stays in base a ton, and that means you have to have linebackers that can run and get to those places. And both McDuffie and Cooper got to the perimeter, shed their tackle, or shed their block, and made the tackle behind the line of scrimmage. Very well done.
Outstanding defense from this Green Bay solid unit as Kennedy checks in as a 4th wide receiver. Trips to the right. Jamison Williams left to right in motion. Snap waist high for Goff. He steps up in the pocket, dodging Parsons, and throws it wide of Williams into the ground. It's incomplete. Micah Parsons has a presence. He's got a specter as he comes around the corner, and he sped up Jared Goff, it looked like.
Talking with David Shaw, the passing game coordinator for the Detroit Lions before the game, he he mentioned some things when Micah walked out onto the field. He goes, you know how different these players are when they don't have to make a move to get by. I mean, he's just his ability to get and dip and get around is exactly what he did right there, like you talked about, to get to the quarterback and force him to throw it early.
Call it 3rd down and 15. You hear kill. Ball at the 46 in Lions territory. They have to get to the Green Bay 39 thereabouts. Shoulder high snap. Goff back in 4. He's in the pocket, and now he's spiked down. Jared Goff sacked back at the 40-yard line. Parsons was in there, and he was joined by Enagbare as well. So, a sack for Green Bay on Goff.
It's an Enagbare and Parsons sandwich is what it is, and they don't start on the edge, either one of them. They start in the middle and then come right up and end up on each side of him, pushing aside Penei Sewell and just sandwiching Jared Goff in the backfield for another 3rd down stop.
It was Parsons against Awoshuka as the punt from Fox from all the way back at the 30-yard line, flying to Romeo Doubs on the approach, and he gets crunched. Just absolutely paper-clipped down, and he's hit by Khalil Dorsey first. It's a 3-yard return that he might want back after the 39-yard punt. And so we will step aside in a low-scoring first quarter. 3-0 Green Bay, 3:26 in the first. Happy Thanksgiving. You're listening to the NFL on Westwood One.
The Black Friday weekend sale begins this Friday at Boot Barn. Visit us in-store for savings on top-quality pieces. Get $40 off select cowboy boots for men and women and $50 off select exotic boots. We also have buy one, get one free offers on select jeans and flannels with additional savings on cowboy hats and outerwear. We're closed Thanksgiving Day to be with family. We look forward to seeing you in-store during Black Friday. Boot Barn. Unwrap the West.
Your favorite neighborhood spots run unsquare. You know the ones. Maybe it's the popular shop that just opened a new location by you, or the big sports bar that's always packed on game day. These places make the neighborhood, and the money spent there stays in your community. Square powers more than 4 million neighborhood businesses worldwide. To learn more, go to square.com, or just stop by your favorite local business. See you in the neighborhood. Square.
Guess who's coming to the big screen?
I don't know.
Patrick, it's me, SpongeBob.
And they're going where they've never gone before.
I'm taking you to the underworld.
Underwear? Underwear. In a cinematic event that will change you forever.
Forever, 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 forever.
Forever, 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 forever. One more. Forever.
SpongeBob movie. Search for SquarePants. Rated PG. Parental guidance suggested. Only in theaters December 19. Get tickets now.
The holidays can feel overwhelming. Between your aunt's dating questions and your cousin's conspiracy theories, it's hard to find a moment of calm. Luckily, the KFC pot pie is only $4.99. That's a small price for the reward of holiday relaxation. Reclaim time to yourself and take a moment to relax with tender chicken, creamy sauce, and deliciously flaky breading. The KFC pot pie is your holiday escape, and it's only $4.99. Enjoy some finger-licking good time to yourself. You deserve it. Prices and participation may vary.
USPS is building a better network with easy and affordable ways to ship and everything you need to ensure holiday cheers. The United States Postal Service. Learn more at USPS.com/holidays. Full of holiday cheer. Ryan Leaf, as always, Jason Benetti, we're your holiday team. We've spent 2 Thanksgivings together now and a Christmas. It's getting lovable.
You are family a little bit. When I told my wife I was doing the game with you again, she says, good.
Oh,
yeah.
That's very nice.
Very nice.
Green Bay will work under center with Love at the 23. He'll take the snap, play action. Back in 5, rolling to the right very quickly. Outside the numbers 15. He'll sling it down the sideline, incomplete for Christian Watson through his hands. Two-handed attempt with Robertson tailing him. The pressure from Hutchinson and McNeil, and it's 2nd down coming up for Green Bay.
You're exactly right. The pressure from Hutchinson pushes him out to the right. And going to his right, he has a pretty good chance to throw this ball to Watson. Unfortunately, it had a little too much steam on it, and Watson couldn't grasp with both his hands an incomplete pass on 1st down.
He's the big play threat last year, 21 yards per catch to lead the NFL. They've missed that dynamic opportunity after he was out the first 6 as the Packers will work out of the shotgun. Second down and 10. Snap to Love. Play action to Jacobs. He'll throw it over the middle. Got it to his back, and he leans forward past the 30 to the 31-yard line. Josh Jacobs the catch. He was tag teamed down by the linebackers Campbell and Anzalone. It's third down and 2. Call it for Green Bay.
A lot of times when running backs catch the ball like that, they try to make somebody miss and usually end up losing yardage or getting tackled there where they caught it. Instead, Josh Jacobs, he just splits the difference, goes right between both those linebackers and picks up a few more yards to make this a very much more manageable third down opportunity.
The ball edges up to the 31 in Green Bay territory. They need to have 2 yards. Out of the shotgun, Love. Jacobs to his right now. He shifts to the left. 2 to snap it. They'll hand it off. It's Jacobs bouncing it left to the 40, 45, 50. At the numbers 45, and he's slung down at the 40-yard line in Lions territory. Campbell finally tracked him down. Jacobs in that knee injury last week didn't play. He said, I'm only missing 1 game. He was right, gain of 29.
Yeah, and he saw that his replacement last week got 28 carries,
That's
and
right.
he's like, I want that kind of lifestyle. And sure enough, on this short third down, he gets bunched up behind the line of scrimmage, but he gets so low, I think everybody lost him. And then he pops to the outside to the open space, made 1 guy miss, picks up 29 yards there on that third down play.
He just played his 100th NFL game against the Giants a couple of weeks ago. A burly tailback who's over on the sideline now. They'll work out of the pistol from the 40-yard line. Love takes a snap, pitches it right. Here's Wilson running outside right at the 40. He's got ahead of steam and down to the 35-yard line. Campbell again the leading tackler with the stop, but the Packers are getting to that second level. Typically, they're not a team that gets a whole lot of yards per carry before contact. Different today.
You know, you talked about the amount of yards per carry and how that doesn't deter Matt LaFleur simply because he understands that we need to run the football, if in anything, to make the defense stay honest and not just come after our quarterback.
He's got 1:10 to go in the first. Wilson, the tailback again. See if they dedicate to that run game one more time. Second down and 5. Snap and a handoff running straight ahead for Wilson, and he is crumpled down right at the 34. He'll get a yard. Anzalone this time shooting the gap. Third down and 4 for Green Bay coming up. And every Westwood One football broadcast once again available on Alexa-enabled devices. Just say Open Westwood One Sports and you'll be taken straight to the action. Open Westwood One Sports to listen on Alexa. Green Bay 3 for 5 on third down. What do you like here, Ryan?
I want to see something out on the perimeter, and you're going to have a chance, whether that gets a running back on a little bit of a sweep or in the 3-bunch look down to the left of the field.
Watson motioning that way. Now Brooks in motion to the right. He comes back. There's movement middle of the line for the Lions. There's a flag down. It's a free play, and a shot down the right sideline is incomplete. Lasered over there by Love for Dobbs. He could not haul it in, but movement at the line off the motion from Brooks to the right and then coming back to the left.
I think they probably didn't have a play called there, to be honest with you. I believe they went up there
Offside.
and said...
Defense number 98 in the neutral zone at the snap. That 5-yard penalty will result in a first down.
In a check with me, and simply tried to get them to jump off sides because there was no play to be run. And once he stepped into the neutral zone, the snap happened, and they tried to take a shot over the top, a la Aaron Rodgers all those years, who became so good at it. Jordan Love finding his own way with it here today.
There was house money there as Reeder shifted over the top of the center. DJ Reeder, the veteran defensive lineman, so the ball creeps up to the 29 in Lions territory. Love is under center. Jacobs behind him. Ball hash mark right. Strong side left of the formation. 2 tight ends over there. Snap. Handed off right side. Jacobs hitting the backfield. Breaks that tackle and gets pulled down by Anzalone. Aleem McNeil bursts down the door to get the first hit as we move down to 8 seconds in the first.
Anzalone does a great job of not being fooled with the play action, but rather keeps his eye on his key, which is the running back, to make the tackle behind the line of scrimmage.
Anzalone, who they missed for part of the year last year, all those defensive injuries, as we have hit triple zeros on the scoreboard here at Ford Field. In a low-scoring first quarter, end of the first quarter, the score, Green Bay 3, Detroit nothing. The Packers are driving. You're listening to the NFL on Westwood One.
Oh, hey, welcome to gift wrapping. Whoa, Zoe Saldana.
Hey, can you wrap these, please?
Wow, iPhone 17s. You splurged.
At T-Mobile, you can get 4 iPhone 17s on them. The new center stage front camera is amazing for group selfies. It's the perfect gift for everyone.
I'm the worst. I only got my mom a robe.
Well, it's better than socks.
So, I have to trade in my old phone, right?
No, at T-Mobile, there's no trade-ins needed when you switch. Keep your old phone or give it as a gift.
Incredible.
In fact, wrap up my old phone too for my Aunt Rosa. Forget that. Aunt Liz will be jealous.
Sounds like my family drama.
Oh, I got it. I'll give it to my abuela. I'll take reindeer paper with, hey, where are you going?
To T-Mobile! The holidays are better at T-Mobile. Get 4 iPhone 17s on us. No trade-in needed when you switch. Plus 4 lines for just $25 a line.
With 24 monthly bill credits and 4 eligible port-ins on essentials for well-qualified customers. Auto-pay plus taxes, fees, and $35 device connection charge credits end in balance due if you pay off early or cancel. Contact us. Finance agreement 256 gigabytes, $830 required. Visit T-Mobile.com.
Quiet down. Here she comes. Surprise! Your accountant just emailed to say your quarterly taxes are way higher than you were expecting.
At Progressive, we know small business owners don't usually like surprises because they cost you money. But a good surprise that could save you money? Getting discounts with a commercial auto quote from Progressive.
Also, your favorite employee is leaving. They're going to pursue their dream of being a veterinarian. Woo!
Surprise yourself. See if you can save in as little as 8 minutes at ProgressiveCommercial.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Discounts not available in all states or situations.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Charlie's battery is struggling to start. Not ideal before the tailgate, so he goes to AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone,
where a friendly AutoZoner tests his battery for free. Looks like he needs a new one, so he gets a Duralast battery.
have fun and stay warm.
And he makes it to the tailgate early enough to get his favorite spot. Free battery testing and charging. No hassles, just help.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
Time for the start of the second quarter, sponsored by AutoZone. Free battery testing, free battery charging, and replacement batteries that fit your needs. That's what makes AutoZone America's #1 battery destination. Get in the zone, AutoZone. Green Bay driving, leading 3-0. The ball at the 31 in Detroit territory. Jason Benetti, Ryan Leaf, our entire marvelous crew as the Packers break the huddle. They'll work out of the shotgun. 2nd down and 12 for Green Bay with the G logo on the gold helmet. Love out of the shotgun, pointing with his arm to the right. He'll motion Wicks tight to the formation behind the tight end Musgrave. Snapping a handoff straight ahead. Jacobs carving through the middle of the defense, and he leans down to the 21. That's a gain of 10. Anzalone with the stop, but a nice call by the Packers there.
And when you're able to do that on 2nd and 12, I mean, that's incredibly impressive. And it goes to show that Matt LaFleur is willing to run the football in any sort of situation just to showcase how they're able to do it. It also builds the confidence of your offensive line.
Even playing without Tucker Kraft. Now they'll spread it. Trips to the right, 2 to the left, 5 wide. Snap for Love on a 3rd down and 1. He'll whistle it wide to the right side, and that pass is incomplete to the pylon. Branch with the coverage on Watson. It's 4th down and 2. Boy, that was a play call that certainly suggests they're going for it here.
Yeah, you went empty for a reason. You wanted to see, first of all, what the defense was going to look like when matched up against that personnel. And then you go to your best one-on-one guy in Christian Watson, but Brian Branch was up to the task. Perfect coverage to get him knocked down and set up the 4th down.
Packers are huddling. The crowd rises here in Detroit. 3rd tight end Wiley is in. He is to the left of the formation. Brooks the tailback to the right of Love. The ball at the 21-yard line. They've got to have 2 on 4th down. Low snap. He catches. Love looking left. Catapults it wide to the left side. Into the end zone. Tough grab. Hauled in by Wicks. In the end zone, Dontavian Wicks comes down with the football. Man, oh man, what a grab. He tumbled down to the deck. He held on. It's a Green Bay touchdown. The question is, did he get both feet in? There was a momentary hush over the crowd. It looked like the first foot was in, but did he have the ball in time for the prior foot to count? The right foot slides to the sideline. Ryan, the question is, was the right foot down initially when he had possession?
And that's going to be the look where we're going to get a good look here on the... I mean, that is going to be touch and go for the replay assist here.
Totally. So he's got the ball on his fingertips. The right toe.
The field of a touchdown has been confirmed.
Yeah.
They confirm it, and it's because the ball's on his fingertips. The right toe has already made a step, but it's still on the ground.
It's still dragging just a little.
Yes.
The left foot slams into the ground with so much force, he rolls it, and then the right foot steps just out of bounds. But the catch is the catch is pretty impressive in the fact that it was between two players.
Yeah. It is a stupendous catch. The extra point is good for McManus, straight on through. Man, by a hair. That foot was down, the white and black sneaker of Dontavian Wicks. Green Bay takes a 10-0 lead at 14-19 in the first half over Detroit. This is Westwood One's coverage of the National Football League.
The holiday season is almost here, and the Leaderboard Indoor Golf is the place to celebrate. Host your holiday party with friends or coworkers in style. With 7 golf simulators, over 1,500 courses, mini games, and plenty of TVs for all the sports action. And when the party's over, keep the fun going by joining one of the Winter Golf Leagues. Book your holiday event today, or for more information on leagues, lessons, and memberships, visit theleaderboardgolf.com or call 616-500-8709. The Leaderboard Golf, where every season is golf season.
The Grand Valley State men's basketball team embarks on their 2025-26 home opener inside the GVSU Fieldhouse Arena this Wednesday afternoon.
They'll find Trevor Smith and reset, 12 on the shot clock. A screen from Allen. Smith, pick and pop. Allen rises, fires, left side, 3 is good!
The Laker men get set for a Thanksgiving Eve non-conference tilt in Allendale against the Lewis Flyers at 3 p.m. Live coverage begins 15 minutes prior to the opening tip, right here on the Ticket West Michigan.
Hey everybody, I'm Michael Strahan, and St. Jude has been close to my heart for many years. Their groundbreaking research is changing how the world treats childhood cancer, and has helped push the survival rate in the U.S. from 20% to more than 80%. Please, help St. Jude give children the greatest gift, a chance at a lifetime.
This holiday, help St. Jude find more cures for more children. Donate now at musicgives.org.
Lead is invisible, but the dangers are real. Michigan's blood lead testing law aims to help identify exposure to lead in young children. All children should be tested for lead at ages 1 and 2. If they've never been tested, they should get a test by age 6. To help your child stay healthy, talk to their doctor about a blood lead test or visit michigan.gov/myleadsafe. Sponsored by the Michigan Department of Health and Human Services and the Michigan Association of Broadcasters.
Let's check the drive summary, sponsored by O'Reilly Auto Parts. Think O'Reilly Auto Parts for all your car care needs. Get the parts and service you need fast from the professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts. 8 plays, 77 yards, but the big one, 4th and 3, 2.5, 22-yard touchdown pass. Jordan Love to Dontavian Wicks, and Green Bay leads 10-0 at 14-19 in the second quarter. Gutsy play calls. 4th and 2.
Well, I don't know if it was exactly the play call. I think it was just a last resort for Jordan Love, but because he was so darn accurate with the throw and Wicks made such a great catch, it looks like a great call, but it easily could have been 2 incomplete passes there in a situation where you would get no points.
I award you no points. Here's the kickoff heading to the end zone again. That's another touchback for McManus and another setup of shop from the 35 for Detroit. Along with Ryan Leaf, I'm Jason Benetti here in the Grainger broadcast booth in Detroit at Ford Field. Game plan with Grainger to gain a competitive advantage. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by for the supplies and solutions to help keep your business moving forward. Jared Goff was 0 for in the first quarter. No completions. It's the 4th time only in his career he went without a completion in a quarter. This is 146th career game. And he's without Amon-Ra St. Brown, who's questionable to return with an ankle injury. They'll go I backfield from the 35. Ball hash mark left. Gibbs the tail of the tandem. Snapping a handoff, put it right in his belly, and he'll run straight ahead into a wall of Packers jerseys. Devontae Wyatt was first to stand him up with Wooden, and it's 2nd down and 9.
A little Thanksgiving Day pleasantries between Penei Sewell and the entirety of the Packers defense there.
Yeah, there was an old game show, 1 versus 100, and Penei Sewell was hosting. It's a gain of 1. 2nd down and 9. Trips to the right for Detroit, including Jamison Williams. Out of the shotgun, empty for Goff. He's not emptying much. He takes the snap, he looks left, he fans it back to the right. Got it for Williams, reaching out to make the catch. 45. Steps through a tackle and hauled down at the 41-yard line. Keyshawn Nixon finally spiked him down, but Jamison Williams' first catch in a couple of games goes for 23.
I mean, this is a situation where you have to get something started, so you go to the only guy that has been explosive this year for the Detroit Lions, and that's Jamison Williams. Perfect pass on the in-breaking route, and he steps across, breaks the tackle, and picks up a few more yards.
And that is the first completion for Goff. Snap, take the handoff, give it to Williams. Running the jet sweep to the right side. He's at the 50-yard line, staggering, and he's ushered out of bounds for a big loss. All the way back at the 48. It's a loss of 7. Enag Bari again read it beautifully.
And this is exactly what I was talking to you with the keys of the game, the beginning. Using that speed, running reverses, but the speed is so much that Igbari gets all the way up the field on the edge and pushes him around and just chases him to the sideline before he can pick up any yardage.
They're going to give him a yard more, but it's still a loss of 5 all the way back to the 47. They'll motion Dwelly into the fullback spot. Tail of the tandem again is Gibbs. Teslaw in motion. Snap and a handoff for Gibbs running outside left. He gets to the second level, third level, 35. Breaks the tackle, still on his feet, and finally pushed out of bounds at the 28-yard line by Carrington Valentine. I mean, Jahmyr Gibbs just went through the car wash there and ripped off 19 anyway.
This is an incredible job of using his eyes. He gets to the point of attack and makes Micah Parsons miss and then bounces to the outside. And then the acceleration when you had about 5 Packers around him to accelerate through that and burst for the first down.
He is such a fixer when you're down personnel.
That's a great example, identifier for Jahmyr Gibbs.
Tesla in motion right to left, ball at the 29. Snap and a handoff running straight ahead again. Gibbs with his jersey pulled up on his back. It's a gain of 1 as he's knocked down by Warren Brinson. Second down and 9, but he's so good at getting a yard or 2 yards and then bam, he's gone.
Well, what makes him so good with that is his ability to understand when he has to hesitate in the hole. You know, you think about Le'Veon Bell, who really started that genre of hesitation, but when he does it, he can do it either way. He gets inside the tackles and then he's just gone.
11:15 to go, first half. Motion man is Kennedy, right to left. Goff under center. Kennedy stalls in the slot. Snap and a handoff. Gibbs covering up the football. Tries to go right. Dodges back left. Circles back again. 35. Slides underneath the tackle, but got touched at the 33. Devontae Wyatt went over the top of him, but got a hand on him. It's a loss of 4, and it'll be third down and long for Detroit, who is in field goal range at 10:50 in the first half.
Packers defense sniffs it out immediately, but because of Jahmyr Gibbs and his ability, he makes about 3 guys miss, and when he got to the perimeter, if he doesn't slip, he may have found himself a bit of a crease to pick up a few more yards. Instead, he falls for a loss.
And they got to get to the 19 here. It's third down for Goff. He's got Williams lined up with Nixon at the top of the formation right. Snap to Goff, shoulder high. Down the middle, he launches, and he's got a wide open Kennedy for a first down inside the 10-yard line. Tom Kennedy just activated, slides down. McKinney the stop. It's a gain of 25.
And that's his first catch of his career, and it comes at a very important and timely moment. Receivers are running wide open in the zone there. There was a couple opportunities. He goes after the young player and Tom Kennedy, who has to go up and reach with his fingertips while he's getting hit by a Green Bay Packers player, and picks up a huge first down to set him up inside the 10.
It's a first and goal. Right down the seam they go. Snap, pitch it wide to the left side. It's Montgomery jockeying back to the right. There's a marker in. He got maybe a yard and a half as he got shoved back by Williams and company. We'll check the penalty against, maybe the Lions.
Illegal formation by the offense. Left tackle number 68 was not covered. It's a 5-yard penalty. Repeat first down.
It's on Decker. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is Westwood One, your home for the National Football League.
WJRW Grand Rapids, W291DJ Grand Rapids, a Cumulus media station, is the ticket, West Michigan.
9:35 to go, first half. Detroit backed up to the 14. It's first down and goal in Packers territory at the +14. Gives the tailback, Montgomery the tailback, I should say, on a first down and goal. Snap. Goff hands it off Montgomery, running to the right, putting his head down, bulldozing forward to the 6. And he is down there. Montgomery, just a boulder from Indiana Jones into Edgerrin Cooper. The Lions are in the KFC red zone. Get a moment to yourself these holidays with the KFC pot pie. That's finger licking good. A Montgomery run like that is comfort food for Lions fans.
It has to be for them. They needed this drive, and Jared Goff has managed it well.
Montgomery, the lone setback. Ball at the 6. Tesla in motion right to left. Snapping a handoff. Montgomery running hard. Inside right. He leans forward. He's down to the 2.5. It'll be third down and goal. Detroit leaning on that run game. McDuffie to stop that time. It's 10-0 Green Bay. 8:28 to go, second quarter. Without Sam Laporta, without Amon-Ra St. Brown, what do you like here? What's left for Detroit?
Well, I think you stick with what got you here. You run some sort of run action play, whether you're going to run a quick pass off it.
Dan Skipper just went and reported eligible, by the way, and he's going to get a huge round of applause because we remember the Cowboys game from a couple of years ago.
And the penalty just a few snaps before was because of him reporting and the officials saying he didn't.
Montgomery, a direct snap. He runs to the right, puts his head down, and jars a defender into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Isaiah McDuffie got a face full of Montgomery, who went a couple of weeks without a score. That's over, and it's 10-6 Green Bay, 7:54 in the first half.
What an incredible response. You talked about Jared Goff having not completed a pass in the first quarter. They take a drive all the way down the field after being down 10-0, and they did it in a physical manner with the running game at the end.
And yet, the biggest round of applause might have been for Skipper reporting eligible. Extra point for Jake Bates from the left hash mark. He swings the leg. The ball is on the way, and Bates puts it on through. So the Lions are on the board here in the first half. The score, Green Bay 10, Detroit 7. Huge game in the NFC North. Everybody trying to bear down on Chicago. You're listening to the NFL on Westwood One.
You know that Big Bargain detergent jug is 80% water, right? It doesn't clean as well.
80% water? I thought I was getting a better deal because it's so big.
If you want a better clean, Tide Pods are only 12% water. The rest is pure, concentrated cleaning ingredients.
Oh, let me make an announcement.
Attention shoppers, if you want a real deal, try Tide Pods.
Stop paying for watered-down detergents. Pay for clean. If it's got to be clean, it's got to be Tide Pods. Water content based on the leading bargain liquid detergent.
Progressive knows not all rides are smooth. Meet Claire. She loves her motorcycle, and she's learned to love the insects she encounters on her rides. She may not know the difference between a gnat and a mosquito at 55 miles per hour, but she does know one thing. It's always gross when one flies into her mouth. But she's so used to it that it's weird when it doesn't happen. Not every ride is smooth, but Progressive has your back with comprehensive and collision coverage from America's #1 motorcycle insurer. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, not available in D.C.
The Black Friday weekend sale begins this Friday at Boot Barn. Visit us in-store for savings on top quality pieces. Get $40 off select cowboy boots for men and women and $50 off select exotic boots. We also have buy one, get one free offers on select jeans and flannels with additional savings on cowboy hats and outerwear. We're closed Thanksgiving Day to be with family. We look forward to seeing you in store during Black Friday. Boot Barn. Unwrap the West.
LinkedIn gets B2B marketing and knows that every win is derived from a well-orchestrated play. With LinkedIn ads, every ad gets served to the MVPs you need. LinkedIn has grown to a network of over 1 billion professionals that you can reach based on job title, industry, and more. Start converting your B2B audience into high-quality leads today. Spend $250 on your first campaign and get a free $250 credit for the next one. Just go to linkedin.com/campaign. That's linkedin.com/campaign. Terms and conditions apply. Only on LinkedIn ads.
Welcome back to the John Madden Thanksgiving celebration on Westwood One from the Progressive Insurance Studios. I'm Scott Graham. Progressive offers auto, home, and commercial auto insurance, plus a variety of business insurance options. Visit Progressive.com today. I'll be back at halftime, a conversation with Dallas Cowboys wide receiver George Pickens. But now back to Ford Field, Jason Benetti and Ryan Leaf.
Scott, thank you. Triple header action coming up. Cowboys and Chiefs, the Bengals and the Ravens as well this Thanksgiving. Just stay right here all day long, wherever you might be, driving to the in-laws, enjoying the radio broadcast on an old-timey radio, wherever you might be. We appreciate it.
Or if you feel inclined, you simply just put the television on mute and listen to the lovely vocal energy of Mr. Jason Benetti.
Lovely vocal energy.
Yes.
Not even my family would say that about me. That's very kind of you, Ryan. Thank you. Your vocal stylings are impressive.
It's a little Ron Burgundy, but everybody loves that around this time of year.
Unique New York. Kickoff fades back to the 4. Melton up the hash mark to the 10, to the 15-20. Running straight ahead now, jagged left. And he keeps his feet, and he leans forward to the 30-yard line, and that's where Green Bay will start. Want Black Friday deals?
Yes.
Of course you do. Then come to Macy's, because doorbusters are back. Plus, get a limited edition parade-inspired bag with qualifying purchase while supplies last. Only in stores till 1 p.m. Friday. See store for details. That's why it's called a doorbuster. It's only until 1 p.m.
I feel like being away on Black Friday has really put a dent in my wallet over the last few years.
Yeah. Are you a travel shopper?
Not me.
Oh, I see. I see how it goes. Green Bay with the ball at the 30. Ball hash mark left. Snap, play action for Jacobs. Love fading back in the pocket. He'll catapult it deep down the right sideline. He wants Watson. It is incomplete. Dislodged at the last moment in Detroit territory by Amik Robertson. It's 2nd down and 10. Man-to-man opportunities are there against Detroit. They play the second most man in the NFL.
And we've seen it the last couple snaps, like you talked about, and he's taking those shots. Unfortunately here, Romeo Doubs is the one who wins on the left side of the formation, and it looks like he wants to go there, and he hesitates just a second and then has to throw the pass to Christian Watson from his back leg, which didn't have enough oomph to get him down the field.
He who hesitates is lost. 2nd down, snap to Love. He'll throw it near side. It's caught at the 35-yard line, up to the 37-yard line by Dontavian Wicks, who had the touchdown mere moments ago. It'll be 3rd down and 3 as he was pushed out of bounds by Terrion Arnold. Ball at the 37 in Green Bay territory.
When he puts his foot in the ground to throw the ball, he may be one of the most accurate passers in the NFL. It is just on a rope to his receiver. He's just got to be better with his feet in those situations.
He's got Brooks to his left of those feet as Love walks to the line with the gold sneakers. He steps back at the 32-yard line. Watson in motion left to right. Snap. He'll look to the right side. He'll zing it to the right side. Oh, what a reaching grab by Watson. Hands extended in front of his body to the 41 and out of bounds with Robertson. What soft hands from Watson. 1st down, Green Bay.
Good example right there of what Christian Watson is capable of doing. Just the catch radius to go get it.
Packers quickly to the line. It looked like it might have been incomplete. It's a screen over the middle. It's juggled and caught by Brooks down at the 46-yard line. Campbell converged on him, give him 5 yards. The question was that catch good for Watson? Did he have both feet in? It looked very similar to the Wicks ball in that the first foot was on its way up again.
And it was exactly like you said, and I think it is a catch. His foot was almost dragging when he caught the ball, and because he caught it with his hands, there's a clear delineation there between whether his foot was up when the catch was made. Good job on their part to go quick, though.
Dan Campbell was trying to challenge. He threw the flag, but he was late. And now Green Bay motions Melton right to left. Snap. They tried to hand it off. Love picks it up off the ground and tries to whistle it left. That's incomplete. Man, you just give him a couple of clubs or chainsaws, and it's a real party off that juggle. There's a marker down late as well. It was a run-pass option, it looked like, and they ended up getting both of them in the same play.
Way to be spot on it. I was going to say the good thing about it, when he dropped the ball, it was an RPO, so you could throw it.
Ineligible receiver downfield. It's an incomplete pass. It's 3rd down.
Yeah, the question is there an ineligible man downfield on that situation? Love tried to pull it, and the ball was in midair, suspended in midair for a moment. He picked it back up and threw it, and boy, that's dangerous.
It is dangerous, but he actually puts it in the arms of Bo Melton, who could have made that catch and would have advanced them another 1st down. Instead, now you have another 3rd down opportunity, who on this Green Bay Packers team has been very, very good today and this season.
Yeah, best in the NFL this year. 5:55 to go, second quarter. Green Bay by 3. It's a 3rd down and 5. Ball hash mark right. Melton in motion left to right to join Dobbs. Now he veers back to the left. Part of the trip's up there. Snap to Love. Back in 7. Here comes Hutchinson. Love gets it away. Throwing wide to the left. It is caught at the 35 by Wicks again. He goes head first to the 35.5. Branch touches his helmet, but Jordan Love knew Hutchinson was coming around the mountain, and he still put it on Wicks.
And he never once felt that pressure, even though it was inching closer and closer. The throw was not necessarily accurate, but where he puts it actually makes Amik Robertson fumble and stumble and fall to the ground when the ball hits his backside shoulder.
Well, it's interesting that the quarterback did that, but it's exactly what happened. 1st down and 10, Green Bay. Lions 36. Jacobs to the right of Love. Melton springs in motion left to right, handed off Jacobs, and he is dragged down by Hutchinson after a half a yard or so. It'll be 2nd down and long coming up. Don't miss all the NFL action of the Black Friday game tomorrow on Amazon Prime Video. Jalen Hurts in Philadelphia, Caleb Williams in Chicago. Of course, you can also hear that game right here on many of these same stations on the Westwood One Sports app or online at westwoodonesports.com. Of great interest to both of these teams trying to chase down the Bears.
No, they couldn't want anything more than have an angry Philadelphia team coming in on Black Friday.
Testy Eagles. Under center Love. Double tight end to the right. Snap to Love. Play action to the left. He'll roll to the right. He'll zip it down the field. And it's caught inside the 15-yard line. A sliding grab. Beautifully done by Musgrave. The replacement for Tucker Kraft. They go 2 tight ends. And Love puts it on the money again. Gain of 23.
Well, how great is it if you're Jordan Love to lose such a great pass catcher in Tucker Kraft, and his replacement is another 2nd-round draft pick out of Oregon State, Luke Musgrave. That was well done on his part to frame the ball, use his hands, and pull it in. Nothing better.
Easy to forget, Musgrave was pretty active in the pass game in the postseason a couple of years ago, very early in his NFL career, as the Packers are inside the 15. Jacobs alone setback, snap, and run it left side. It's Watson staggering to the 10 and bumped down at the 8-yard line by Brian Branch. It was a reverse there for Green Bay, going with Watson off the motion. It'll be 2nd down coming up. There is a 1st down opportunity inside the 5 at 3:30 to go in the first half.
Yeah, really fooled Detroit there on the reverse. But Christian Watson, once he gets to the outside on the perimeter, kind of stumbled on the Ford Field turf, allowing Brian Branch to pull him down for a short gain.
They'll call scrimmage the 8-yard line. The 1st down marker is at the 1. Jacobs alone setback. Wicks in motion left to right. Snap to Love. Play action to Jacobs. Back at the 15. Love snaps it off near side and out of bounds, incomplete. Nobody home. Fitzpatrick was the closest with Branch on his hip. And another big 3rd down for the best in the NFL on 3rd down. Matt LaFleur in Green Bay up 10-7.
I like the play call. It's a run action fake, and you have what you wanted. Romeo Doubs is on the left side of the formation, comes open across the middle. He hesitates and then has to throw it away to set up a 3rd down.
They'll bring Wicks off the field. They'll add Malik Heath in. Part of 2 to the right, including Romeo Doubs. Out of the shotgun Love, 3rd down and 7. Heavy box here for Detroit, and we have a whistle, and we have a timeout coming before the snap.
"12 players on defense with the snap
12
imminent.
men
Penalty is half the distance
on
to the goal.
Detroit.
It's 3rd down.
The officials converge. Didn't see the marker at first, but it's too many men on the field for the Lions, and Kelvin Shepard is not happy at all. That'll set up the Packers inside the 5, Ryan.
Just a little closer now. The playbook becomes a little bit more open in what you're trying to prepare for as a defense, because you could really run the football here in this instance. 2 plays to get into the end zone.
A stack formation left turns into a bunch off the 4th Detroit penalty today already. Watson in motion left to right. Love out of the shotgun. Stomps his right foot, takes the snap. He's back in 5 now. He runs right up the zipper of the defense, and he's tracked down from behind by Aiden Hutchinson at the 3-yard line. Hutchinson got the claws on him and yanked Love down. 2:48 to go. First half. It's 4th down and 1. Green Bay up 3. What are you doing, Ryan?
You know, talking about what Aiden Hutchinson's capable of doing, not only in the pass rush game, but getting to the quarterback. This is not a sack, but it's impactful. If I'm the Packers here, I'm going back to what got me here, and that was throwing the ball on this drive. I'd look to the bunch set to the left when you have the man-to-man coverage.
They've got to have 1.5 yards. It's 4th down. Love approaches the line, talks to his right guard, drops back out of the shotgun again, and movement from the right side of the line. Anthony Belton, who Love was speaking to moments before, stepped back from the line. It's a false start, Green Bay. This is a long conversation now. The officials are having a lengthy discussion, and there are substantial boos.
Disconcerting.
Could you have disconcerting signals? I don't know.
Prior to the false start, Green Bay called its first charge timeout of the half.
Oh, my goodness. That is going to make this city rather displeased.
Second timeout.
Timeout, Green Bay. Multiple flags came in. LaFleur was over at the sideline, and we're looking at a replay here. I don't think he got that timeout off in time. That was there are lobbyists in D.C. that get paid a lot of money to lobby for something like that. That is, wow. Normally, when you look at the replay, it's a second or two ahead of the penalty. Boy, that came out of nowhere, and it looks like a really rough call for Detroit.
Because it probably would have sent Green Bay into the mindset of having to attempt the field goal instead of go for it here on 4th down inside the 3-yard line.
Yeah, and we'll see who ends up coming out ahead for that, right? If the Packers don't get it, the Lions are going to be like, hey, thanks. Instead, it's time to go face-to-face at the goal line. The Packers huddle up in the white and green and gold. The Lions in the throwbacks. Trying to stand their ground, Ryan.
Now remember, you can get a first down without getting a touchdown, though, here.
Yeah, they're at the 3. Got to get to the 1. Out of the shotgun, Brooks to the right of Love. Dobbs in motion, right to left. Love waving his right hand. Claps his hand, stomps the right foot, takes the snap, wastes time. He backpedals, he whistles it wide to the left side, and puts it right there for Dobbs. Inside the pylon, he hauls it in, and a Green Bay touchdown on 4th down for Romeo Dobbs.
Just like you asked me where I would have gone with, and that was that bunch look in man-to-man coverage. He was the inside player out of the 3, and the throw impeccable. To the outstretched arms, all he had to do was almost kind of fall into it as he gently rolled to that front pylon. What a throw. Great call, great scheme, and a wonderful touchdown here to put an exclamation point on that drive.
Star-crossed NFC North this year. It is Romeo that gives the Packers a 2-score lead. 17-7, Green Bay over Detroit. The officials are being serenaded in the Motor City at 2:12 to go in the first half. You're listening to the NFL on Westwood One.
Nationwide is so much more than a great insurance company. They're one of America's largest financial services companies. Like how I'm more than Saquon Barkley, the NFL's reigning leading rusher, I'm also the NFL's leading husher. Shh, hush up back there. Wow, I might have just set the hushing record. Well, almost. For your insurance and financial needs, Nationwide is on your side.
Nationwide Investment Services Corporation, member FINRA, Columbus, Ohio.
From the artist that brought you the huge hit, Life with You.
Baby, I love doing life with you. You're everything I want to wake up to.
Country singer-songwriter Kelsey Hart is back with his brand new song, Fireworks.
Fireworks fly so high, but end up right back in the dirt.
Fireworks by Kelsey Hart. Follow and listen now on all music streaming services. Sponsored by Curb Records.
250 years ago, a promise was made to connect families and friends, near and far. And during the holidays, that promise is more important than ever. That's why USPS is building a better network to meet your needs, with timely deliveries, easy and affordable ways to ship, and everything you need to make your season full of holiday cheer. Our purpose is delivering your peace of mind.
knowing your love will arrive, bringing joy to all. The United States Postal Service. Learn more at USPS.com/holidays.
LinkedIn gets B2B marketing and knows that every win is derived from a well-orchestrated play. With LinkedIn ads, every ad gets served to the MVPs you need. LinkedIn has grown to a network of over 1 billion professionals that you can reach based on job title, industry, and more. Start converting your B2B audience into high-quality leads today. Spend $250 on your first campaign and get a free $250 credit for the next one. Just go to linkedin.com/campaign. That's linkedin.com/campaign. Terms and conditions apply. Only on LinkedIn ads.
Let's check the drive summary, sponsored by Nationwide. Nationwide is so much more than a great insurance company. They're a financial services company, too. For your insurance and financial needs, Nationwide is on your side. Green Bay has scored twice on 4th down, including at the tail end of this past drive. 11 plays, 70 yards, 5:42 off the clock, and Jordan Love to Romeo Doubs. But 17-7 Green Bay, 2:12 to go first half, both on 4th down. But let's go back to that throw by Love.
You and I were talking about this, and we hear people say it all the time. You know, this quarterback's great at throwing a wide receiver open, but you and I were both looking at it, and when he let that ball go, it was either going to be two things in my mind. That ball was going to get knocked down, or it was going to get picked and take the other way. Instead, he throws him perfectly open to the front pylon for another touchdown on 4th down.
Outstanding effort from Jordan Love. It's the first time in 21 years the Packers have had 2 touchdowns on 4th down as Kennedy takes another knee in the end zone. It's another touchback for McManus. That's 3 touchbacks from Brandon McManus today. And Green Bay has actually held the line enough on short fields for the defense, Ryan. You can't do that all day.
I mean, I told you the motivating factor of getting a touchdown on 4th down and the energy that comes from that is almost just plucked away when you watch the ball float into the end zone once again, and then defense knowing they have to go out and protect from the 35-yard line.
With 3 timeouts in the pocket of Jared Goff, who has Gibbs to his right, Kennedy in motion right to left, Tesla with his different colored shoes at the top of the formation. Snap, feed it to Gibbs, running right, turns left, past Micah Parsons, keeps his feet, hand in the ground, dodges one more tackle, and finally dragged down at the 35-yard line. No gain. Evan Williams followed it the whole way like a GPS. That is a tough play to make for Williams as we've reached the 2-minute warning. It's sponsored by Credit Karma. Credit Karma uses your credit profile to show you real loan offers with clear terms without hurting your credit scores. No gimmicks, just personalized, estimated rates. Download Intuit Credit Karma to get started. Green Bay 17, Detroit 7. 2-minute warning. You're listening to the NFL on Westwood One.
You think you're picking out your favorite track. Then, out of nowhere, you get hit with the worst cover you've ever heard. Kind of like when you're shopping for a loan and that great rate switches to a not-so-great rate during the application process. Thankfully, you can count on Credit Karma to help you find more accurate rates. Because Credit Karma uses your credit profile to show you real offers with clear terms without hurting your credit scores. No bait and switch, just personalized rates. Download Intuit Credit Karma to get started.
What's the impact of hiring the right person for the job? Someone who simply doesn't fill a role but elevates it. Indeed Sponsored Jobs can help you connect with candidates who have the right experience and a proven track record. Find people who don't just complete tasks, they transform how work gets done. Don't leave hiring to chance. Sponsor your job posting on Indeed and match with the right candidates. Sponsor your job at Indeed.com/credit.
Kohl's Black Friday deals are here. Grab your coffee and put on your sneakers because it's go time. Through Saturday, save up to 50% on everything from toys to beauty faves, winter styles, and more. Plus, earn $15 Kohl's Cash for every $50 spent. Yep, that's extra Kohl's Cash. So run, don't walk. Just hold on tight to that coffee. Select styles, some exclusions apply. Coupons and Kohl's Cash do not apply to Sephora. Offers end November 29th. See store or Kohls.com for details.
With the Westwood One Sports app, you can stream every Westwood One broadcast live right from your phone for free. NFL, college football, NCAA, March Madness, and more. It's all in the Westwood One Sports app. Download now for iOS and Android and take the game with you wherever you go. The Lions' first couple drives, they had just 10 yards. They only have 80 total. Again, playing without Sam Laporta, without Brock Wright, without Amon-Ra St. Brown, who went out with an ankle injury earlier. So it's a little bit like an Agatha Christie novel right now. And then there were none for the Lions. What do you do in a 2-minute drive when you've been leaning on the run game, Ryan?
Well, I think you still lean on it as they did on first down. It's all about that first down you pick up. That's when things kind of start to get rolling. So I wouldn't, move away from what you're doing offensively. I'd use Jahmyr Gibbs. I'd use David Montgomery, but also know that if they're going to stack the box, you have to be able to check to something that you can get the ball out to your receiver if you need to.
See how Green Bay comes out defensively. Micah Parsons is stalking the line of scrimmage at the left side of the line. They'll work out of the shotgun from the 35. Call it second down and 10. Trips to the right and movement at the line. Let's see who moved first. Was it Decker? Was it Gary? Rashawn Gary was coming around the corner. Let's check the marker with Ron Torbert.
This was on infraction, defense number 52. 5-yard penalty. Second down.
It was on the former Wolverine by way of New Jersey, Rashawn Gary. It's a big penalty for Green Bay.
It's a huge penalty for Green Bay because it gives Detroit new life, and it really gives them an open playbook here in this situation.
Firster motion to the right, the extra tight end. Snap to Goff. He looks left. He rolls to the right. He's scrambling. He's at the 30. He throws it for Kennedy, who hauls it in down to the ground at the 44. A yard short of the line to gain. It'll be 3rd and 1 as he was toppled by Evan Williams. But good job by Kennedy. Get the hands under the football at 1:43 to go.
You know what's so impressive about young guys or guys that don't get much playing time but are talented enough to play in the NFL? Their technique and fundamentals are maybe better than any of the other guys that have all that talent. They catch the ball with their hands, and that's exactly what Tom Kennedy did in the moment.
Clock moving down to 1:25 to go. It's 3rd down and 1. First half dwindling. Motion from Horton. Snap to Goff. Run it straight ahead. Head down. Driving to the 46. It's Montgomery moving the pile. There is a Lions first down. They have 3 timeouts, and they'll use one here at 1:13 in the first half. Parsons with the stop. And we invite you to not miss all the NFL excitement on NBC later tonight. The Bengals meet the Ravens in an AFC North affair in the Charm City. Of course, you can also hear that game right here on many of these same stations on the Westwood One Sports app or online at westwoodonesports.com. Jamar Chase coming back for the Bengals, a team that could use Joe Burrow, and it looks like he's on his way as well.
Yeah, he talked about it this week, about, regardless of who you are, if you're a football player, you want to play football.
Yep.
Especially if you've made it to this level. And so, regardless of situation of the season, he wants to play and he wants to get back out there. And but Joe Flacco has done an admirable job. He's had great wide receivers to do it with, and it's really been all about that defense that hasn't been good enough in big games.
Here the Lions trying to drive first down and 10. Williams matched up with Valentine. Wide left. Snap goes to Goff. He looks right. He throws down the middle. Williams on a crosser caught at the 40. And he scrambles forward past the 30 with his feet kicking up behind him. Kept his feet for about 7 yards. McKinney knocks him down. Gain of 32 for Jamison Williams. First down for the Lions from the 28-yard line in Packer territory. 55 seconds to go. Half number 1. And we have a whistle and timeout Green Bay. The Packers were late to get to the defensive line. Parsons and Enag Bari on the left side of the defensive line were still on the Lions side of scrimmage when Detroit was ready to go.
Yeah, they needed to call the timeout, otherwise they were going to get another penalty. But Jared Goff, there was something that David Shaw was saying to me before the game. He said he's never been around a quarterback that's been able to take the picture, like when you move on from progression to progression in your read, to re-see that picture and know immediately when he gets to throw it. And that was an example there. He went to his second read in Jamison Williams, and immediately after going to it from his first read to his second read, boom, lets it go right into his hands and picks up the big first down and has put Detroit in a very good situation here before halftime.
Goff just came to the sideline to talk to Dan Campbell. There's been all that discussion about John Morton, the offensive coordinator. Campbell has taken over play calling duties at points of the season as they have trips to the left. And they'll motion Ferkser, the tight end, wide to the left, part of that trips. Snap back to Goff. He's back at the 37. He sets and fires, caught by Gibbs, and he's collapsed down at the 24, hit by Cooper first. Second down coming up, 42 seconds and counting. 2 timeouts for Detroit. The ball is at the Green Bay 24. 2 to the right, 2 to the left, including Teslaw. Goff the snap. He'll throw it out wide to the right. A catch diving down to the ground for Kennedy, who's touchdown after a gain of 2. 30 seconds to go, first half. Timeout Detroit. It'll be a 3rd down and 3 from the Green Bay 22. And Jared Goff, who went without a completion in the first quarter, has the Lions churning. Remember, they do get the ball after deferring to start the game. Out of halftime, they'll have it.
So the main point here, if you're talking with Jared Goff from the coaching staff, you say, hey, points here regardless. We get the ball to start the second half. We can get this to a one possession game here and put ourselves in a really good position. The biggest thing for Jared Goff, though, is he has to have that clock in his head. He's only got the 1 timeout remaining here. So the whole playbook is open in terms of where you can throw the ball. It doesn't just have to be to the sideline. It can be over the middle. They can even run the ball here in this situation if they want to put themselves in a position to go for it on 4th down.
Goff does have 6 straight completions since opening 0 for 3. They've got a 3rd down. Goff approaches the line of scrimmage. Gibbs was wide to the left. Now he shuttles back next to Goff. Trips to the left. Snap. Throw it out wide. Caught by Williams. Spinning out of a tackle. Up the numbers 15. He's got a convoy. Into the end zone. Touchdown. He was a cyclone in the backfield. Got through it and raced home for a Lions touchdown. 17-13 Green Bay. 25 seconds to go. First half.
This is an incredible check by Jared Goff to get that one-on-one opportunity. But listen, Green Bay has this sniffed out. Carrington Valentine has him tackled for a loss, but the strength of Jameson Williams just allows him to spin out of it, like you said, like a cyclone, and then takes a convoy to the end zone for a big, big play before half.
Awashika and everyone else wanted to be blockers. Instead, they were just party goers on the way to the end zone with Jameson Williams, whose first career catch went for a touchdown back 4 years ago. He's got the Lions back in this thing at 25 seconds to go in the second quarter at 17-14. And boy, you think about what happens for both of these teams if you lose. Green Bay and Detroit both have top 5 most difficult schedules remaining in the NFL. This is as close to a must-have as we're going to have this Thanksgiving weekend.
Well, yeah, if you're talking about the division and getting a home playoff game and all of that, a wild card in the NFC right now is seemingly feeling more and more like a loss because of where you have to go and who you have to play against.
It's tough sledding right now in the NFC. The Packers' next 5 opponents, including today, combined 30 and 14.
The big ones, of course, the Bears a week from now, the Broncos, who are on a tear, and the Bears again, and the Ravens, who are on a rebound and a resurrection from the dead in their North Division.
That was a resurrected Raven is highly poetic.
And it's highly irregular.
That is true. You don't see it a whole lot.
Don't see it a whole lot.
Don't see it a whole lot.
Nope.
It's a great point.
Yeah.
Jason Benetti, Ryan Leaf, along with you, our entire marvelous crew on this Thanksgiving Day. We're so glad to have you along for a triple header here on Westwood One. Green Bay's going to get it back. They have 1 timeout, and Jake Bates, who has been really good at avoiding the touchback, puts it right down to the goal line. Melton has to return to the 15 and the 20. Bo Melton up the right sideline to the 25, and veering outside the numbers and out of bounds. Dorsey was there with him. 20 seconds to go.
I mean, just the difference of 10 yards is significant for a defense, and to be continuing to have to trot their defense out there when they played so well with just a little disadvantage because of the field position is a big deal. And that's what's happened the last 2 drives that Detroit has taken it down the entirety of the field for 65 yards in those 2 touchdowns.
And then suddenly you got a game here. You have a 3-point game. Green Bay has dominated this game in a lot of ways, but Jared Goff, perfect since that 0 for the first quarter. Green Bay working out of the shotgun. Love takes the snap from the 25. He's back to the 15, hopping around, and he'll sling it wide to the right and incomplete. Just put it in the dirt if there were dirt here. 16 seconds to go, first half. And now this is where you just kind of bring out the surrender flag, you'd have to imagine, because the Lions have 1 timeout. If you throw another incompletion, you're getting the ball back.
Yeah. Maybe. The uncanniness of Jordan Love, having watched Aaron Rodgers all those years, the way he hops and then throws, like you talked about, just when you say that, it does exactly what Aaron Rodgers used to do in that uniform.
That's exactly the visual. It's a great point, Ryan. I mean, you're around it for so long. I would imagine as a quarterback, it just kind of happens. So 17-14 as the Packers leave toward the near side tunnel, and Detroit will follow. Triple zeros at the end of half number 1. Last 2 drives, Detroit 130 yards, couple of touchdowns. Ryan, your thoughts on the first half?
Well, if anybody else was watching this game or listening to it on the radio, you would argue that Green Bay dominated this first half.
Yep.
But they had to use 2 fourth downs to get touchdowns. Detroit on their last 2 drives, incredibly impressive in the running game, and then Jared Goff in the passing game. So going into half right now, you'd have to look at what Detroit has done as a motivation opportunity for them to come out at halftime. They could take the lead with their first possession to start the second half, and that is something that a lot of people would not think was possible after seeing what had played out here in the first half in Detroit.
For a Lions team that did not lead in regulation against the Giants last week. So a couple of first halves have not gone as planned for Detroit here. End of the first half, the score at Green Bay 17, Detroit 14. Scott Graham rejoins us from the Progressive Insurance Studios with the halftime report. Protect the stuff you love with Renter's Insurance. Visit Progressive.com. You're listening to the NFL on Westwood One.
Your ambition just met its match with Robinhood. Trade stocks and ETFs, options, futures, and crypto all on one platform. Get started today at Robinhood.com/yourmoney. Your money, your move. All investments involve risk, including loss of principal. Options, futures, and crypto trading carry significant risk and may not suit all investors. Securities offered through Robinhood Financial LLC, member SIPC. Futures trading is offered by Robinhood Derivatives LLC, not FDIC or SIPC protected. Crypto offered through Robinhood Crypto LLC, NMLS ID 1702840, not FDIC or SIPC protected. Portfolio management offered by Robinhood Strategies, an SEC registered advisor.
Whether it's morning routines or weekends on the sidelines, when the temperature drops, America brings the heat with Hot Hands. Hot Hands are America's favorite hand, toe, neck, even body warmers to help you stay warm and cozy from head to toe. Hot Hands are fast-acting, long-lasting, and made right here in the USA. Look for the Hot Hands logo in the bright orange packages at your favorite store or online. Keep doing what you love out there with Hot Hands, warming up America coast to coast.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Brian's headed to the basketball court, but he's sick of his check engine light. So he goes to AutoZone for the free Fix Finder service.
Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today?
Where a friendly AutoZoner reads the light in just a few minutes and gives him a detailed report.
No big, just a loose gas cap.
And gets him to the court with a tight gas cap and tighter defense. The free Fix Finder service at AutoZone. No hassles, just help.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
Want Black Friday deals you won't find anywhere else? Then you have to get to Macy's Friday, because store-only doorbusters are back. Come in for unbeatable deals like $29.99 diamond pendant necklaces, $5 Disney plush toys, and women's cashmere for $39.99. Plus, get a limited edition parade-inspired shopping bag with qualifying purchase. It's only in stores till 1 p.m. Friday and only at Macy's. Savings off select styles. Exclusions apply. See store for details.
Welcome back to the John Madden Thanksgiving celebration on Westwood One from the Progressive Insurance Studios. I'm Scott Graham. Get Renter's Insurance to protect the things that make your place a home, including coverage for theft or damage. Visit Progressive.com. Halftime right now in Detroit with the Green Bay Packers on top by a 17-14 score. This, of course, is game 1 of 3. Game 2 takes place right after this one down in Big D at AT&T Stadium. The Kansas City Chiefs and Dallas Cowboys. Earlier this year when CeeDee Lamb was hurt, Dak Prescott needed somebody to go to. The good news is he had a second number 1 receiver available to him in George Pickens. And Pickens has already set career highs this year in receptions and receiving touchdowns. He was nicked up going into this week's game. He's also a guy who, back when he ruptured his ACL, made it back in 8 months in his college days. I talked to him this week as he got ready for this one and asked him where that motivation comes from to be able to get back out on the field when you're not completely healthy.
Really just, I'll probably say, just keep going. Even though, like you said, if you are banged up, you're going to feel everything, and this is a part of the game. So just definitely keep going. And I feel like you said, when I tore my ACL years ago, that was one of the biggest things that I honed in on, was just know how bad it gets for you, the days, the time to sleep. You can't really sleep well. No bad as it get. You just keep going and keep the ones that's close to you, to keep you lifted.
All right, so I did this exercise with Devontae Adams a long time ago. I did it with CD a couple of years ago, too. When you're a wide receiver, you're in the huddle, you're breaking huddle, now you're coming out to the line of scrimmage. And people who are listening to this don't play wide receiver in the NFL. So what are you, as you're getting to that line of scrimmage, what are the things that you're looking for to be able to run what it is that you're trying to run?
Definitely the safeties. Depending on, just for me personally, a lot of cover 2, double coverage, that a first helmet, that's a sign. And then the second look is, the backers, just how close they are to the line of scrimmage. You got certain teams that have their backers set up at certain yardage for a scheme that I could definitely, tell as soon as they, come out and line up. So for me, definitely backside safety and all of how close the backers are to the line of scrimmage. As far as the corner, he's getting the news from those guys. Those are his, you feel me, that they're going to tell him to play. So he's going to give it away.
All right, so that's your look. Now, in terms of what you're doing, this is what I want to know after reading about you. How much did you learn about what you're doing? How much are you still doing from back when you were 7 years younger than your brother and going outside and running back and forth with him and back and forth and every route that you could possibly run with him?
I'm kind of still doing that now. I feel like my gameplay, people used to always tell me this, that I could have been in the NFL when I was in high school. My gameplay has always kind of been the same. Definitely, like you said, going through pain, working hard, just the grind of football was always my mentality. So definitely, I'll probably say I'm kind of still doing the same thing now, just on a different scale.
The funny part is reading about you, way back when you were young, you didn't necessarily first want to go out and play with your brother. The guys were all bigger than you were. When did it click in that you said, you know what? Yeah, I do like doing this.
When I kind of seen just the feedback. I played Little League as well with like some few other guys that was around my same age. Even back then, guys were kind of you would have a guy 2-3 years older than you and he would just be on your team. But I always, felt the energy when I made a play. You know what I mean? Whether that was I remember back then I was playing both sides of the ball. I was playing defense and offense. So whether that was a tackle or a catch or a run for a first down, the energy of the guys on my team would be super well, let alone my coaches. So when I felt that ever since I was a little, like a little kid, I feel like I was going to do it.
You take a look at this team you're playing right now, and obviously they have certain defensive looks that they show. They certainly have an ability to show you a couple of different things. What do you see from them on film?
Definitely kind of like you said. I played them last year, too, when I was with the Steelers. A lot of delayed blitzes, stuff that doesn't look, like I said, a lot. And that's mostly what D coordinators do, kind of what I told you earlier. When I can see the levels of the backers, people kind of see what's coming. So now D coordinators are more doing kind of like what the Chiefs are doing, delayed blitzes, 3 down. It looks like, oh, wait, 3 linemen? Wait, we're just going to run it. No, they're coming with 2 other guys and a lot of rolled coverage. When you blitz a lot, like they do, like Spagnuolo, you got to roll the coverage. You can't just play whatever you were in because there's a missing piece. You see what I mean? So if somebody comes, now somebody has to be there. So definitely getting to your routes fast could change a lot of this, let alone what our defense could do as well.
Sounds like you like to talk a lot of ball. It sounds like you like to dissect things.
Yeah, just because I have a different insight on the game. I really, like I said, I was always feeding off the energy of the game. I really was not like one of the other players, oh, I really like this. I like these cleats. I'm more of just the energy guy. So the game, I figure out the game of football is all about energy. And if you can spark that up quick, you can definitely have an impact.
I've heard about the monster. I've heard about the alien. Are you a different person once you're on the field in a competitive situation?
Oh, yeah, most definitely. Most definitely. When I'm on the field, I definitely, for the people that's playing on my team, they know just the energy that we're going to have to dominate the other opponent is always going to be high opposing on my side because that's the whole name of the game. If you can get an edge over a guy, you can always, get a win.
Last thing. There's no way to ever determine or know what's going to happen in the future. People asking about it all year long. What's next year going to look like? But in here, pointing to my chest, pointing to my heart, are you home?
I love the team. I love Dallas, especially coming from where I came from. My aunt used to live in Dallas years ago. I used to be here before Frisco was even a city. So I definitely, love Dallas a lot. And, Texas as a state in itself, But like you said, I can't really make the decision, so I can just play ball. But I definitely love Dallas for sure.
It was really nice meeting you. Thanks so much for the time. Good luck the rest of the way.
Appreciate you, man.
Dallas Cowboys wide receiver George Pickens may be a little different than you had a perception of him being. They'll take on the Kansas City Chiefs when this one is done. Our halftime score right now in Detroit, Green Bay 17, the Lions 14. This is Westwood One's coverage of the National Football League.
The holiday season is almost here, and the Leaderboard Indoor Golf is the place to celebrate. Host your holiday party with friends or coworkers in style. With 7 golf simulators, over 1,500 courses, mini games, and plenty of TVs for all the sports action. And when the party's over, keep the fun going by joining one of the winter golf leagues. Book your holiday event today, or for more information on leagues, lessons, and memberships, visit theleaderboardgolf.com or call 616-500-8709. The Leaderboard Golf, where every season is golf season.
Hey y'all, it's Lainey Wilson. St. Jude gives kids with cancer the chance they deserve. Families never receive a bill from St. Jude for treatment, travel, housing, or food. But we can't help these kids without you.
This holiday, help St. Jude find more cures for more children. Donate now at musicgives.org.
If you own a business, chances are you pay your light bill because you want people to see that you're open.
So why wouldn't you look at advertising your business the same way?
At Cumulus West Michigan, we spend hours keeping Michiganders engaged. So doesn't it make sense to entrust your advertising with a station that has everybody's attention?
The ticketmi.com/advertising connects your business with us, and our 8 stations connect you with nearly 250,000 weekly adult listeners.
Plus, we're digital experts too, working with over 4,000 local campaigns with unique capabilities, so you know the return on your investment. Go to theticketmi.com/advertising and learn how we can help.
If you're a local business, we want to partner with you. Nobody knows West Michigan better than us.
Better get an extra phone line. We will make that phone ring.
We'd love to build your business through endorsements.
Go to theticketmi.com/advertising to learn more.
If you're in need of a marketing partner that wants the best for your business, choose Cumulus West Michigan.
Welcome back to the John Madden Thanksgiving celebration on Westwood One as we pay tribute to the Super Bowl winning head coach and legendary broadcaster.
John, this gives us a chance this Thanksgiving Day to do something we don't get a chance to do enough, and that is say thank you. Happy Thanksgiving. Thank you for being a friend.
It's our 16th year, and this is great. You know, there's some things in life that just fit, and I think when you talk about football, Thanksgiving, traditional rivalries, and being there, that's a good fit.
For a generation, that was the sound of Thanksgiving. The calm and familiar voice of Pat Summerall and the fun and unique perspective of John Madden. Even when Madden was teaching us about a lab-created poultry option for Turkey Day.
You know what a turducken is? A turducken, this thing here, is a deboned duck stuffed in a deboned chicken, stuffed in a deboned turkey. With stuffing, now you're talking. And that has 8 legs.
December 2 later on today, we'll have our turducken waiting for the team that wins. And of course, with it being Kansas City and the first ever for Patrick Mahomes playing on Thanksgiving Day, he's got his eyes on that Frankenstein bird.
John Madden, that's to me, that's the coolest thing, and obviously a legend of the game. I was able to talk to him a couple of times on the phone with Coach Reed, and so to be able to be a part of that, I think that would be a special moment.
Well, we'll see whether or not he gets the opportunity to do that. That is game number 2. Right now we are at halftime of game number 1, and we have got a good one and an important one. Our halftime score, Green Bay 17, Detroit 14. When we return, Jason Benetti and Ryan Leaf have the second half kickoff. You're listening to the NFL on Westwood One.
Time now for the opening kickoff.
From kickoff to the final whistle, hear Westwood One's exclusive play-by-play of every primetime NFL game.
Great job pushing for the first down. That is the first down. First and goal at the 3.
NFL play-by-play lives on Westwood One.
In overtime. 4-man front. Receiver motion. Low snap. He runs and he throws. Caught. Touchdown. It's caught.
Westwood One, the home of NFL play-by-play.
30, the 20, far side 10.
Listen live on the Westwood One Sports app.
On the job, every minute counts. That's why Lowe's now has ProBlock Quick Dry Primer, expertly manufactured by Sherwin-Williams. Engineered for pros to dry fast and go on smooth for virtually flawless results that keep your job moving. It's available in oil and water-based, and getting it is easy. Order online by 2 p.m. and get free same-day delivery right to your job site. Lowe's, we help, you save. Orders placed after 2 p.m. will be delivered next day. Valid in select zip codes. Subject to driver availability. More terms apply.
What's the impact of hiring the right person for the job? Someone who simply doesn't fill a role but elevates it. Indeed sponsored jobs can help you connect with candidates who have the right experience and a proven track record. Find people who don't just complete tasks, they transform how work gets done. Don't leave hiring to chance. Sponsor your job posting on Indeed and match with the right candidates. Sponsor your job at Indeed.com/credit.
Carne asada is back at Chipotle. It's our most tender steak, expertly grilled throughout the day, expertly seasoned with garlic, cumin, and coriander, expertly finished with fresh lime and hand-cut cilantro and crafted just for you. Nobody does carne asada like Chipotle. Nobody. Our most talked about steak is only here for a limited time, so order now in the app for pickup or delivery. Chipotle, for real.
Game day isn't complete without repping your team. Whether you're in the stands, at home, or tailgating with friends, NFLShop.com has the gear every fan needs. Jerseys, hats, hoodies, and sideline styles straight from the pros to you. Fresh arrivals drop all season long, so you'll always stay game day ready. Fan like a pro and shop now at NFLShop.com.
Your favorite neighborhood spots run unsquare. You know the ones. Maybe it's the popular shop that just opened a new location by you, or the big sports bar that's always packed on game day. These places make the neighborhood, and the money spent there stays in your community. Square powers more than 4 million neighborhood businesses worldwide. To learn more, go to square.com, or just stop by your favorite local business. See you in the neighborhood. Square.
This place was jamming at halftime. Ford Field electrified by Jack White of the White Stripes, Seven Nation Army blaring, a great light show as well. Psychedelic, really.
And a cameo by Eminem.
How about that?
Detroit went wild. I wanted to meet Eminem. I didn't know he was in the house.
Is that why you went running to the elevator?
Yes, it was.
I saw you sprinting as we check the halftime stats, sponsored by Indeed. Ready to find the right candidates for your job posting? Indeed's Sponsored Jobs helps connect you with talent that actually matches what you're looking for. Start at Indeed.com/credit. It matches what you're looking for. Eminem. The Lions didn't run a whole lot of plays in that first half. They end up with 97 pass yards, 43 rush yards, 7 for 10 for Jared Goff, and somehow, some way, the Lions are within 3 at 17-14. So, with that, we'll remind you, Jordan Love has a couple of touchdowns on fourth down. Josh Jacobs back from injury, 8 carries, 59 yards. The catches are scattered. 6 different receivers have caught a ball for Green Bay. They lead by 3, trying to stave off the Lions' charge for second place in the NFC North. And time now for Ryan Leaf's keys to the second half. They're sponsored by Square. More than 4 million neighborhood businesses run on Square. To learn more, go to square.com or just stop by your favorite local business. See you in the neighborhood. Square. How does Green Bay maintain this lead?
Well, I think it's going to be hard for them to maintain the lead, honestly. I feel like this first half really could have been looked at in terms of 2 drives because of both kickoffs landing in the end zone, starting at the 35-yard line. Detroit took 2 drives down the field, ended them both in touchdowns, and now have an opportunity to get the ball before the start of the second half and take the lead if they want to. And this is something that you wouldn't have seen going into it with a 17-7 lead, especially after the big fourth down touchdown passes from Jordan Love. But Detroit found something. They found something in the running game, and then Jared Goff found a couple wide receivers he probably hadn't worked with much during the week. And that's a big part of this. Amon-Ra St. Brown is the guy's getting the reps. Tom Kennedy isn't, but Tom Kennedy came up with one of the biggest catches in the first half on a third down play that got him inside the red zone.
Yeah, you rarely say on Thanksgiving a key catch for a guy that played at Bryant in Smithfield, Rhode Island. But Tom Kennedy was with this team in training camp. He's not been a big part of the team this year, but they were deep at wide receiver, and they've needed it.
They've needed it so much. You are without Khalif Raymond, out with an ankle. Amon-Ra St. Brown now out with an ankle. And Tom Kennedy has had to step up. Now, Jamison Williams has done that too. They really target him on the last drive, and he found it with his legs after the catch for the touchdown that ultimately brought this to a 3-point game.
This is, just for historical reference, so you can be smart at your next trivia night or cocktail party, whatever gathering you go to. This is the 23rd meeting all time with Green Bay for the Lions. It's the most frequent Thanksgiving game between the Lions and Packers. They get together once again. Week 1, the Packers put it on Detroit. And there were some questions about this offense, in part because of the Packers and their defense. They came out of that game, the Lions did, and the first question Jared Goff got asked, and Dan Campbell as well, is like, are you worried about this offense? A lot of questions. Now they're playing without 3 big playmakers, and they're fine-ish.
Well, I like the fine-ish part of it because guess what? You're not going to be the same. Listen, when you lose coordinators in the fashion in which they did, a Super Bowl caliber football team, changes have to happen, right? There's something different. You look at the Philadelphia Eagles after that Super Bowl run where they lost both coordinators. They had to find 2 new coordinators before they could get back to that place. So there is something to that. Things cannot always stay the same. But when you have someone like Jared Goff at the helm, you're going to have about as good as you can get through this process. Now listen, the opportunity they had 2 years ago in the NFC Championship game, the decision-making in which went into that, then to come out and have the best record in the NFL and get thrown out into the division series by Tampa Bay, all of a sudden you look around and you go, hey, where was our window? What does our window look like? Because if what I'm hearing from you in terms of watching these coordinators leave town and this team become something fine-ish in the offensive area, that window may be gently closing on them as we speak.
We'll find out. This game will have a lot to say about it. Time now for the second half kickoff, sponsored by Boot Barn. Boot Barn celebrates the values of honesty, hard work, ingenuity, and perseverance, proudly offering a piece of the American spirit. Boot Barn. Keep West.
It's a great ad for a boot about to happen.
Yeah, it's perfect connectivity.
Yes.
It's like a 10 out of 10 synergy.
Like our production team produced us there, in a way. Larry
Costigan is like, please don't say my name after that sentence. Green Bay kicks it off, and Detroit will return from the 20-yard line to the 25 and the 30, and the Lions will get good field position. Kennedy barreling forward into McKinney, and even when it's not a touchback, Kennedy, with all of, just over a dozen career catches, ends up with good field position to the 34.
It's Tom Kennedy Day, it seems like. And what a day for that to be. Thanksgiving Day. A young upstart has forced into action and really has made some big plays so far for this offense.
I could name that receiver in one note. Tom Kennedy with the return. Gibbs the tailback. Lone setback, and the snap and a handoff to Gibbs. Outside of the motion, he'll be at the 35 and step through to the 36 and get stood up by Evan Williams and stonewalled back. They'll give him the 37 on a first down carry of 3. It's an opening run for Detroit, who leaned on the run game late in that first half.
It really got them back in the game, I think. It stabilized them a little bit after seeing Jared Goff go 0 for 3 to start the game. And not throw a completion in the entire first quarter, and then to lose Amon-Ra St. Brown. I think there was a bit of a shock, and a good way to stabilize that is use the offensive linemen that they have, Penei Sewell, run the ball the best they can, because that feels like you're taking back your will a little bit.
We'll get 3. They'll work out of the shotgun this time. Goff takes the snap, swing it wide left, caught by Gibbs, running to the left to the 39-yard line, and he is slung down there. Edgerrin Cooper was in on the stop, but it's a short toss that time for Detroit to set up 3rd down and 5. Give him maybe 2 there.
You and I both know how fast Jahmyr Gibbs is, and Edgerrin Cooper, he starts almost on the left side of that formation, and he comes all the way across to run him down and hold him to a short gain.
Leaving 3rd and 5 from the Lions 39. Twins to the right, Tesla and Williams. Snap to Goff. Back in 3. Wants the crosser. Throws it to the crosser. Caught by Kennedy at the head of the Lions logo. He's down at the 46. It's a first down for Detroit. Kennedy just sat right down in the middle of the defense in front of McDuffie a minute and a half in to the second half.
It's incredible for somebody who doesn't play a lot or practice a lot of these plays during the week to do exactly what you're supposed to do in that moment. While you're in the zone, to not keep running through the zone, to find that soft spot, and then to have the trust of Jared Goff to put it on him there on 3rd down.
Skipper in, tackle eligible. He motions to the left along with Dwelly. It's a strong left of the formation. First down and 10. Goff takes the snap. Hands it off running inside left. That is Gibbs trying to duck through a tackle, and he ends up at the 50-yard line. Hopper with the tackle as we pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is Westwood One, your home for the National Football League.
WJRW Grand Rapids, W291DJ Grand Rapids, a Cumulus media station, is the ticket, West Michigan.
You said it, Ryan. Big formations for the Lions today. We've seen it a bunch. Snap and a handoff for Gibbs. Little tiptoe. He jockeys to the left, and he ends up down at the 46 in Packer territory. It'll be 3rd down and about 3. Rashawn Gary spiked him down. 12-15 third quarter. Lions trailing by 3. They opened 0 for 2 on 3rd down. They've been strong since.
They have been. It's been a lot of confidence in some receivers that haven't probably been on the field a lot for the Detroit Lions this season.
Couple of tight ends to the right. Strong side right. Snap and a handoff for Gibbs on a cutback lane, and he is crumpled down behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 1. McDuffie rushed in there quickly for Green Bay with the cavalry. And now Dan Campbell, who likes to go for it, has a 4th and 3.
I mean, this is just ingrained in him now. It's almost like it's this addictive personality thing where he can't get outside himself in situations like this, because you give the ball to Green Bay right here in this instance, it's a different football game, just like their loss against Philadelphia a few weeks ago.
Outside of that game, though, they're 13 for 19 on 4th down this year. They've got to get to the 44 in Packers territory. Goff touches his helmet with both hands. Now they're extended to take the snap. He'll hand it off for Gibbs. He's swarmed in the backfield and driven back into Lion territory. Micah Parsons and McDuffie surged in for the stop, and Green Bay saw it coming a mile away at 11:08 to go 3rd quarter. The Packers by 3, and they'll take over.
Unbelievable opportunity for the Green Bay Packers here, because, listen, Detroit simply did not have the personnel up front to make that block. Penei Sewell had been hurt a few plays earlier, tried to fight through it. Something Dan Campbell may not have known it. They tried to run right over his backside. Instead, it gets set up and a 4th down stop for the Packers,
who get it after this. 11:08 third quarter, 17-14 Green Bay over Detroit. This is Westwood One's coverage of the National Football League.
Applied Innovation customer John Dennis, Director of Information Services at Memorial Healthcare, enjoys his Applied Innovation partnership.
It was one of the best decisions we've ever made by far here, because things just get done. There is no drama. There are no issues.
Applied Innovation has helped bring all printing in-house for your hospital and more than 25 additional locations.
We've grown into a state-of-the-art print shop over the past few years, and healthcare printing's a big deal. We print about 1 million pages a month here.
You also discovered Applied Innovation offered secure shredding services.
We took them up on it, and the feedback I got from our Director of Health Information Management is that's one of the best decisions she's ever made.
Ready to make one of your best decisions ever? Call Applied Innovation today, 800-521-0983, or visit appliedinnovation.com. Applied Innovation, office technology made simple from a partner you can trust. Applied Innovation, fast, friendly, amazing.
The Grand Valley State men's basketball team embarks on their 2025-26 home opener inside the GVSU Fieldhouse Arena this Wednesday afternoon.
They'll find Trevor Smith and reset, 12 on the shot clock. A screen from Allen. Smith, pick and pop. Allen rises, fires, left side, 3 is good!
The Laker men get set for a Thanksgiving Eve non-conference tilt in Allendale against the Lewis Flyers at 3 p.m. Live coverage begins 15 minutes prior to the opening tip, right here on the Ticket West Michigan.
The holiday season is almost here, and the Leaderboard Indoor Golf is the place to celebrate. Host your holiday party with friends or coworkers in style. With 7 golf simulators, over 1,500 courses, mini games, and plenty of TVs for all the sports action. And when the party's over, keep the fun going by joining one of the Winter Golf Leagues. Book your holiday event today, or for more information on leagues, lessons, and memberships, visit theleaderboardgolf.com or call 616-500-8709. The Leaderboard Golf, where every season is golf season.
Want Black Friday deals? Yes. Then come to Macy's because doorbusters are back. Plus, get a limited edition parade-inspired bag with qualifying purchase while supplies last, only in stores till 1 p.m. Friday. See store for details. Green Bay's best field position of the day, just short of midfield. Wiley, the tight end, in motion into the fullback spot. Eye backfield. Jacobs with his hands on his knees. Snap, handoff to him. Stretch play wide left. And he is stonewalled. Stopped right at the 49. No gain. Hutchinson combined with Williams. And we're 4 minutes into the third quarter. Green Bay by 3.
I can't tell you how, a good of job that Aiden Hutchinson does at the line of scrimmage, at the point of attack. Not only rushing, but to acknowledge what is going to happen in run game and pass game and still be there to make plays.
Second down and 10. Wiley, the tight end, sort of an H-back to the right. Snap to Love. He waddles back in the pocket, steps up, launches deep down the right sideline. It is right there. Watson reels it in and races into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. An absolute rainbow and a bullseye from Jordan Love. And it's 23-14 Green Bay. He just dropped it right into the well.
And it looked like he was taking so long back there to throw the ball, but with his arm strength, he just allows Christian Watson to run down Amik Robertson until he got by him, and the ball was placed perfectly in his arms for the touchdown. What a big play after the turnover on downs.
Christian Watson getting back into shape with this offense. Led the team in catches last week. The big play threat as the extra point for McManus is good, and it is real quiet, like library quiet here at Ford Field. Green Bay 24, Detroit 14, 10:31 to go, third quarter. You're listening to the NFL on Westwood One.
The Black Friday weekend sale begins this Friday at Boot Barn. Visit us in-store for savings on top-quality pieces. Get $40 off select cowboy boots for men and women and $50 off select exotic boots. We also have buy one, get one free offers on select jeans and flannels with additional savings on cowboy hats and outerwear. We're closed Thanksgiving Day to be with family. We look forward to seeing you in-store during Black Friday. Boot Barn. Unwrap the West.
Some people just know you can save money on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Like you know to check the weather first, before wearing face paint to the game.
Bro, your Go Cats is dripping into your nachos.
Oh, and now paint is in my eyes.
Interception! Did you see that?
No!
Yeah, checking first is smart. So check Allstate first and see what you could save. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Potential savings vary, including based on how you buy, subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate North American Insurance Company and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Guess who's coming to the big screen?
I don't know.
Patrick, it's me, SpongeBob.
And they're going where they've never gone before.
I'm taking you to the underworld.
Underwear? Underwear. In a cinematic event that will change you forever.
Forever, 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 forever.
Forever, 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 forever. One more.
Forever! SpongeBob movie. Search for SquarePants. Rated PG. Parental guidance suggested. Only in theaters December 19. Get tickets now.
Along with Ryan Leaf, I'm Jason Benetti here at the Grainger broadcast booth in Detroit at Ford Field. Game changers, count on Grainger for professional grade products, fast delivery, and free technical support. Call clickgrainger.com or just stop by to get what you need. 24-14 Green Bay with the lead over Detroit. 10:31 to go, quarter number 3. And right after the turnover on downs, it took 2 plays, Ryan, to go for the jugular. Christian Watson, the touchdown, 51 yards from Jordan Love.
I mean, that's what you look for after a big play, and the stop on downs there by the defense was a big play. And immediately he goes to the one-on-one opportunity on the perimeter with your speedster and Christian Watson. The elongated drop and then the dime over the top of everybody that he ran under for a touchdown, just like you said, silenced the building.
Now combined, Jordan Love and Jared Goff on Thanksgiving, 17 touchdowns, no interceptions.
He's pretty good. There's a reason why he replaced a Pro Football Hall of Famer to be in Aaron Rodgers. And Brian Gutekunst and this staff have put together a roster capable of winning the Super Bowl. It's just a matter of whether or not they do it. Jeff Hafley has turned this defense into something special, and maybe that trade for a certain number one right before the season started can be the difference maker.
They're going to have to get better special teams. McManus kicks it away, trying to put it in the landing zone. He does this time at the 2. It's Kennedy running up the numbers 20, cutting inside of the 25, and he's tripped up, and he moves ahead to the 29. Don't miss all the NFL excitement on CBS later today when Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs take on Dak Prescott's Cowboys. Of course, you can also hear that game right here on many of these same stations on the Westwood One Sports app or online at westwoodonesports.com. The Cowboys have found a way to be 500 through 11 games, which is quite the trick. 5-1 is tough to do.
The opportunity, though, with what that team went through,
that's right,
I think is a galvanizing force that no one can, it's a variable you can't comprehend.
Jared Goff is free. He's running to the 40 and grazing to the 45 and stepping out of bounds across midfield. Just roaming the countryside. Nobody around him. Down to the 47 in Packers territory. It's a run of 24.
And it got this crowd back into the game. You know, little things. The declaring is eligible by Decker, and then Jared Goff, of course, somebody you don't normally notice running down the field, picking up this kind of gain in this moment, got the crowd back into it a little bit.
His longest run of the year was 7 yards before that. 7. That's 24. He'll work under center from the Packers 47. 9:43 to go, third quarter. Lions down 10. Snap, play action fake. Goff stops in the pocket of the 45 and zings it over the middle. Montgomery a catch, and he falls down at the 44. David Montgomery sits down in the middle of the defense, and McDuffie with the stop. Call it a gain of 3, 2nd and 7.
I feel like any other quarterback would have thrown an interception there. Green Bay did a tremendous job of disguising coverage, made both receivers look open on the back end. Jared Goff wasn't fooled, came to his check down appropriately to set up an opportunity to not make that big mistake.
I mean, that's a guy that completed 72% of his passes last year. Just an astronomical number. 2nd down and 7. It's a single setback. Montgomery. Snap, fake it to him. Quick retreat, throw it this way. Caught by Montgomery. 35 up the sideline. Crashing into Green Bay's defender, Isaiah McDuffie, out of bounds at the 30. It's a first down. Gain of 14. Man, Goff just rips that ball out at the last second on play action.
He goes to his 4th progressive read in that situation, to his back in the flat. Again, big shots down the field with the opportunity. Great coverage by Green Bay in the back end, but he finds Montgomery on the sideline and another first down.
But this all was sparked by the 2nd longest run of Jared Goff's career. From the 31, it's an I backfield. Montgomery, the tail of the tandem. Behind Horton, the tight end turned fullback. Snap, handoff Montgomery, running inside right. Breaks through the hole to the 20-yard line. Keeps his feet and drives forward down to the 17. What burst from Montgomery that time into McKinney. It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit.
I mean, the more and more you follow NFL football, you don't fully understand what Big Mo is like. I mean, momentum really gets things going. This offensive line gets lathered up a little bit, feels a little bit physical, and they're just responding in kind here. As soon as Green Bay has scored a touchdown, Detroit has found a way to get it back.
Montgomery, who had the massive Thanksgiving last year in the Requiem for Matt Eberflus in Chicago. From the 17, snap, play action. Goff rips it away again, standing tall in the pocket, throwing over the middle. It's a diving grab. Tesla, touchdown. He got the hands underneath. Tesla scores against Devin Williams, and Detroit is right back in it. To a young man who grew up a Lions fan, wore a Lions jersey to his pre-draft meeting, and played in a state title game in this building.
and it doesn't get to him in the progression unless the protection was immaculate, and that's exactly what happened. Jared Goff went through the entirety of his progression reads, hits Tesla all the way on the other side of the field on the in-breaking route.
He had one catch his last 6 games. It was sort of like a running bit locally. Every week the Lions would say, we've got to get him the ball more. We've got to get him the ball more. We've got to get him the ball more. Today they do. It's a touchdown. The extra point is good for Bates. And the Lions are within 3 again, 24-21. Green Bay over Detroit, 7:25 third quarter. You're listening to the NFL on Westwood One.
As a mom, comforting my family is what I do best. Vicks Vapor Stick provides soothing, non-medicated Vicks vapors in an easy-to-apply stick, and it dries fast, so there's no mess. I use it to comfort myself and my family.
Thanks, Mom.
Vicks Vapo Stick, soothing comfort for the whole family. And try Vicks Vapo Shower Max for steamy Vicks Vapors when you need more comfort for yourself. Use as directed.
Why choose a Sleep Number smart bed?
Can I make my site softer?
Can I make my site firmer?
Can we sleep cooler?
Sleep Number does that. Cools up to 8 times faster and lets you choose your ideal comfort on either side. Your Sleep Number setting. Enjoy personalized comfort for better sleep night after night. It's the final days of our Black Friday sale. Recharge this season with a bundle of cozy, soothing comfort. Now only $17.99 for our C2 mattress and base plus free premium delivery. Prices higher in Alaska and Hawaii. Check it out at a Sleep Number store or sleepnumber.com today.
Want Black Friday deals you won't find anywhere else? Then you have to get to Macy's Friday, because store-only doorbusters are back. Come in for unbeatable deals like $29.99 diamond pendant necklaces, $5 Disney plush toys, and women's cashmere for $39.99. Plus, get a limited edition parade-inspired shopping bag with qualifying purchase. It's only in stores till 1 p.m. Friday and only at Macy's. Savings off select styles. Exclusions apply. See store for details.
If you love to travel, Capital One has a rewards credit card that's perfect for you. With the Capital One Venture X card, you earn unlimited double miles on everything you buy. Plus, you get premium benefits at a collection of luxury hotels when you book on Capital One Travel. And with Venture X, you get access to over 1,000 airport lounges worldwide. Open up a world of travel possibilities with the Capital One Venture X card. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. Lounge access is subject to change. See CapitalOne.com for details.
Kelsey Hart and his new song, Fireworks, the follow-up to last year's viral smash, Life With You from Curb Records. Listen now on all music streaming services.
Good stuff.
Yeah, you were jamming.
Yeah.
People can't see it, but you were. It's official. Jared Goff with his 29th multi-touchdown pass game since 2023. That's the most in the NFL during that time period, and he has, not single-handedly, the run game's been a part of it, he's brought the Lions back into it 24-21, 7:25 in the third, second place on the line, and possibly first place in the NFC North, pending what the Bears do later this weekend. Bates on the approach. He'll slice through, and Melton back to receive. He claims it at the 2 to the 5, now the 10. Racing up the sideline, 25, and to the 28. And he's dropped out of bounds by Sione Vaki, the former running back and safety at Utah. All season long, you can stream the NFL on Westwood One for free, sponsored by LinkedIn Ads. With LinkedIn Ads, every ad gets served to the MVPs you need. Get a $250 credit when you spend $250 on your first campaign. Go to linkedin.com/campaign. Terms and conditions apply. You know, we talked a lot about the Packers and their time of possession in the first half. The Lions have seen the ball quite a bit here in the third quarter.
They've had 2 long drives. One stumbled with the 4th down, but a long drive to respond with the big play touchdown by Green Bay.
Green Bay playing without Matthew Golden, among others. It's a snap and a handoff. Jacobs, he chooses the right side, and he rummages to the 31. He's down there. It'll be a second down and 7. Barnes and Branch together on the stop. And this run defense for the Lions trying to stand tall.
Well, they need to. Marcus Davenport being back is a big part of that. But Aiden Hutchinson's been special all game long. Not just getting after the quarterback, but in the run game. It's not as if Green Bay, outside of that big explosive play by Josh Jacobs, have rushed the ball incredibly well necessarily.
They have a tight end to Hutchinson's side, Musgrave to the right of the formation. He's with Melton, under center Love. Wilson the tailback. Snap, pitch it for Melton running to the left side, and he's across the 40-yard line. Again, that motion comes into play. He's knocked out of bounds at the 45. It's a first down for Green Bay on the hit from Terrion Arnold, but the misdirection works well. It's a gain of 14.
It's a really good play call with that motion and the handoff, the sweep running around the edge, but then Romeo Doubs out on the perimeter. He brings his defender all the way into the hash, which leaves open so much space for Bo Melton to navigate through and pick up the first down.
He gets into the 45 in Green Bay territory. 6:05 to go, quarter number 3. Wilson the tailback, the sidecar to the right of Love. A bunch to the right, trips formation including Wicks. Snap to Love, he looks left, he launches right, down the seam, caught by Wicks, and he sprints to the 25 where he's knocked down there. Dontavian Wicks right up the numbers. It's a gain of 30, and Harper with the hit. Injured party is Thomas Harper, the former Notre Dame defensive back. It was a massive sparks flying collision with Dontavian Wicks, but Green Bay is driving once again against this Lions defense. 24-21 Green Bay, 5:43 third quarter. Here in Detroit, you're listening to the NFL on Westwood One.
Nationwide is so much more than a great insurance company. They're one of America's largest financial services companies. Like how I'm more than just Peyton Manning. I'm also Motivating Manning. When I say insurance, you say financial services. Insurance.
Financial services.
Insurance.
Financial services.
Now when I say nationwide, you say is both. Nationwide.
Is both.
Nationwide.
Is both.
For your insurance and financial needs, Nationwide is on your side.
Nationwide Investment Services Corporation, member FINRA, Columbus, Ohio.
All right, gentlemen, this is Emmett Smith on behalf of Depend, and I've got the perfect play. Run straight to your doctor's office for a life-changing catch. Because when prostate cancer is caught early, it's up to 99% treatable, and one blood test might be all it takes. And now through November, Depend is donating to the Prostate Cancer Foundation for select purchases. Talk about a great play.
From September 1st to November 30th, Depend is donating 25 cents to the Prostate Cancer Foundation for Depend Shields Guards Real Fit products purchased in the U.S. up to a maximum of $300,000 or in Mississippi.
Whether it's morning routines or weekends on the sidelines, when the temperature drops, America brings the heat with Hot Hands. Hot Hands are America's favorite hand, toe, neck, even body warmers to help you stay warm and cozy from head to toe. Hot Hands are fast-acting, long-lasting, and made right here in the USA. Look for the Hot Hands logo in the bright orange packages at your favorite store or online. Keep doing what you love out there with Hot Hands, warming up America coast to coast.
NFL play-by-play lives on Westwood One.
30, the 20, far side 10.
Catch Westwood One's exclusive audio play-by-play coverage of any primetime NFL game.
Touchdown!
Listen live on the Westwood One Sports app.
Why pay more for a great shave? Choose Barbasol, America's #1 brand of shaving cream. Barbasol's instant thick lather gives you a close, comfortable shave at a trusted value. Barbasol.
Black Friday football is back as the Bears take on the Eagles. It's a powerhouse showdown in Philly this Friday. Coverage begins 1:30 p.m. Eastern with kickoff at 3 p.m. Eastern, only on Prime Video, sponsored by the NFL. You can also hear that game right here on Westwood One. Packers are marching again off the Dontavian Wicks grab, his fourth of the day. It's a first down deep in Lions territory at 5:43 in the third. Green Bay up 3, Ryan.
Really great play call. They took Detroit out of a too-high look with the motion and then threw the seam route, holding Harper, who ended up making the tackle for a big gain. Jordan Love has really been accurate outside, really those first 2 throws on the first drive.
Unbalanced line left. The lone setback is Jacobs. Toss it left behind that unbalanced line. And he's crumpled down at the 20 to the 19. He got jostled in the air by Brian Branch. And so Green Bay will have a second down and 4 coming up. Call it 6 on the game.
Josh Jacobs comes up a little gingerly there, walking off the field. Don't want to get him hurt after he's been such an instrumental part of the physical nature in this first half or so of the game.
Back from that knee injury as Green Bay breaks the huddle with Doubs wide to the left. Tight formation to the right, including Watson. Snap, handed off Wilson, running straight ahead, right up the zipper of the defense. And he drives the legs all the way down to the 15. It looks like he's going to have a first down into Anzalone. And Green Bay will move the chains.
You know, one of the biggest attributes for this running back room is all of them, regardless of who's carrying the ball. It seemingly feels like no matter what, they're always falling forward. And there was an example of getting stood up right before the line to gain, but because of that ability to keep falling forward, picks up the first down.
That's the third-year man out of Fort Valley State, Emmanuel Wilson, who got his first career start last week. He's the tailback, left of Love out of the shotgun. A bunch to the right. It's three receivers, including Dobbs, Watson, and Wicks. Snap, pressure coming right side, throw it on the screen, caught by Dobbs, picking his way to the 10, and he is driven backward. Oh, man, did he get lit up by Brian Branch. Goodness gracious.
The man responsible for the tackle is Brian Branch in this bunch. Look, two great blocks up front, allowing Romeo Dobbs to get to the perimeter. But then as soon as he steps back inside, here comes the flying Brian Branch, who lowers the head and puts him in the forward field ground.
Second down and 5 for Green Bay. What a hit. There was a gasp audibly here. Twins left. Wilson, the tailback. He'll switch from left to right. Green Bay's got a snap at 2 on the play clock, and they got to call timeout. Jordan Love uses the first of 3 timeouts of the second half for Green Bay. The play clock was dwindling towards 0. This wasn't as close of a timeout. And by the way, reports of a verbal timeout called by Matt LaFleur is what the discussion was over on television during that first timeout that was kind of awkward, but we thought it was late. Anyway, join us tomorrow night. The U.S. Women's National Soccer Team takes on Italy from Orlando. Mark Rogandino and Saskia Weber will have all the action beginning at 6:45 p.m. Eastern. Catch every moment for free on the Westwood One Sports app, online at westwoodonesports.com, or just ask Alexa to open Westwood One Sports. Don't miss it. The U.S. Women and Italy tomorrow, 6:45 p.m. Eastern. Josh Jacobs into the tent on the sideline. And so Wilson is the tailback on a second down and 5. Green Bay at the Detroit 10. It's a loaded box for the Lions. They'll motion Wiley. Snap, fake it, throw it left side, caught on a slant. The ball came out after the catch. And let's see what the call is. They're going to say down by contact. Walker got on top of it. And so the Packers hang on to this thing, but Dobbs put it on the ground. It was down to the 6-yard line. It was a short set and a throw, and Dobbs tucked it away. It got knocked out on the fumble. And so, Reed with the punch out. It'll be 3rd down and 1.
Because of the punch out and the recovery, he had the first down before the fumble occurred.
So 3rd down. Snap to Love, rolling to the left, backpedaling, fading, throwing back of the end zone, out of bounds, incomplete. It'll be 4th down and 1 coming up. There is a marker down. We'll check the penalty flag. It's either 4th and 1 or...
Personal foul, grabbing the face mask. Defense number 46.
Wow.
Penalties half the distance from the goal. An automatic first down.
It's on Jack Campbell. Boy, oh boy, the Lions have really hurt themselves with penalties today.
He's getting manhandled by Josh Wiley, and when Wiley then tries to get open, Campbell does anything he can and grab the only thing he has left, and that's his face mask, right in front of the official, and an automatic first down.
1st and goal from the 3 for Green Bay. They'll break the huddle with Jacobs back in after a quick foray to the tent. Wiley to the left, the strong side of the formation. Ball hash mark left. He'll motion to the right. Snap, handoff. Jacobs picking his way, running inside right. He's stood up. He's driven back. They'll surge the pile again, and he's down to the 1. Give him 2 yards. Tyleek Williams, Roy Lopez in there together. It'll be 2nd down and goal for Green Bay. Up by 3, 2:20 to go, 3rd quarter.
It's been a fascinating drive. All the things that have gone into it. Big plays down the field. The fumble, I didn't really get a chance to discuss that. The fumble was past the line to gain and went back and was recovered to set up a third down in that situation. So this has been a big drive for Green Bay, a bad penalty by Detroit, and second down now and goal.
From the 1.5, Love stomps his right foot, ready to take the snap. He'll take the snap. He'll throw it wide left to the motion man Wicks right at the goal line. Dontavian Wicks is in. Touchdown. Stop, drop, and roll into the end zone. He hauled it in, kicked his body off the pylon on the way to the end zone, and Dontavian Wicks leaning to the goal line, and he just nosed the football over. It's a touchdown, Green Bay in front of Terrion Arnold, and it's 30-21 Packers. Extra point for McManus caps the second touchdown of the day for Wicks, and the second one that involved hard contact.
Terrion Arnold, he has to come all the way across the coverage of the two individuals that are defending in the bunch there. He gets the outside, and once again, a well-placed throw by Jordan Love to bring his wide receiver open, a stretch to catch, and then you talked about the stop, drop, and roll, because guess what? Wicks has been on fire here in the first half, right? This is a big touchdown catch in the fourth down play, and this one as well to get them. It just seems like no one can stop either team right now. Offensive galore here on Thanksgiving Day.
In Detroit, Dontavian Wicks, who in his time at UVA playing for the Cavaliers broke the single-season school record for receiving yards that was previously held by Herman Moore, the former Lions great. Extra salt in the wound from Dontavian Wicks to his NFC North compatriots.
That's probably bothering them quite a bit right now, knowing that stat.
Right there, they're all sitting at home going, but for that, this would be a great day. 1:44 to go, third quarter, 31-21 Green Bay over Detroit. 16:44 left in this game, and the Lions have some figuring out to do defensively, and that's the unit on this team that has really led them this year. Kennedy on the return, up to numbers 20. Trying to dart outside of the 26, and he's down there. He's cut down, and it'll be first down from there for the Lions. USPS is building a better network with easy and affordable ways to ship and everything you need to ensure holiday cheers. The United States Postal Service. Learn more at USPS.com/holidays. Thank you for spending your holiday with us. Ryan Leaf, Jason Benetti, our entire marvelous crew. The Lions have it. Down 10, 140 in the third. Kind of a surprising high-scoring game today.
I think if this game went on in perpetuity, it would just be Packers by 2 scores. Detroit gets back into it. It just feels that way so far because the defense on both sides can't get stops.
Snap, Goff, play action. He wanders back in the pocket. He rips it wide to the left side, and that ball is on the money. It's caught by Jameson Williams, who's run out of bounds. There's a marker down at the 42. Nixon pushed him to the paint. And we'll see if it's
prior to the pass, illegal contact. Defense number 24. The penalty is declined. Result of the play is the first down.
So Jameson Williams, another target, and he's getting a lot of these targets in part because Amon-Ra St. Brown is out. He's been ruled out with an ankle injury from early in the ballgame, Ryan.
Yeah, and Keyshawn Nixon's the guy that's trailing Jameson Williams all the way across the field, and the speed versus that speed is different. Ball placed perfectly to the outside shoulder. A little interference on the outside and a first down.
6 targets for Williams. Short toss Montgomery. Pitch it back for Goff, who puts it on the ground. He wanted to set up shop and throw. Instead, he falls on the ball, falls on his sword at the 31, and that trick play goes backward. It's a loss of 9. 2nd and 19 coming up.
And they had a play. Tom Kennedy is wide open, coming across the middle of the field. He just takes his eyes off the ball. He's a quarterback. He's not used to catching it. His hands go up to catch it. He looks to the field to find that open receiver and just smashes off the front of his face mask. Luckily for him, he was able to get back on the ball.
And now this is an offense that takes the fewest deep shots, 20-plus down the field in the NFL. 2nd and 19, snap, handoff, running inside left for Gibbs, getting to the outside, and he tightropes the sideline, getting a chunk of it back, out of bounds at the 45-yard line. So they're going to need 6 on third down coming up. A nice gain of 13 with Parsons taking him out of bounds, and an injured player for Green Bay is Edgerrin Cooper, who's had a marvelous game. The second-year linebacker out of Texas A&M, the all-rookie team member last year. Cooper is down at 34 seconds to go in the third quarter. Matt LaFleur is going to go run onto the field to check on his former second-round pick a year and a half ago. We'll step aside as they check on Cooper. Again, Quay Walker is out for Green Bay as well. That level has been ravaged by injuries recently. 31-21 Green Bay over Detroit. 34 seconds to go third quarter. You're listening to the NFL on Westwood One.
Nationwide is so much more than a great insurance company. They're one of America's largest financial services companies. Like how I'm more than Saquon Barkley, the NFL's reigning leading rusher, I'm also the NFL's leading husher. Shh, hush up back there. Wow, I might have just set the hushing record. Well, almost. For your insurance and financial needs, Nationwide is on your side.
Nationwide Investment Services Corporation, member FINRA, Columbus, Ohio.
Kohl's Black Friday deals are here. Grab your coffee and put on your sneakers because it's go time. Through Saturday, save up to 50% on everything from toys to beauty faves, winter styles, and more. Plus, earn $15 Kohl's Cash for every $50 spent. Yep, that's extra Kohl's Cash. So run, don't walk. Just hold on tight to that coffee. Select styles, some exclusions apply. Coupons and Kohl's Cash do not apply to Sephora. Offers end November 29th. See store or kohls.com for details.
Lions will break the huddle, 3rd down and 5 against the Packers defense, showing a 4-man front. Christian Welch is in for the injured Cooper. Motion gives into the backfield. Goff says kill, kill with his hands to his temples. Out of the shotgun, takes a snap, hands it off for Gibbs, running outside left, has the first down and then some to the 45, and he stumbles out of bounds at the 43. Deftly, man, he gets the ball and he races to that edge, beating them to the corner. First down, Detroit, on what could be the last play of the third quarter.
And what really makes it great is that when it happens and he has a little bit of delay behind the line of scrimmage, everybody crashes, and his speed and explosiveness allows for him to get to that edge, like you said, for the first down.
On his 16th carry, he makes Detroit 6 for 9 on 3rd down. That's the end of the third quarter. The score, Green Bay 31, Detroit 21. You're listening to the NFL on Westwood One.
250 years ago, a promise was made to connect families and friends near and far. And during the holidays, that promise is more important than ever. That's why USPS is building a better network to meet your needs, with timely deliveries, easy and affordable ways to ship, and everything you need to make your season full of holiday cheer. Our purpose is delivering your peace of mind, knowing your love will arrive, bringing joy to all. The United States Postal Service. Learn more at USPS.com/holidays.
You think you're picking out your favorite track. Then, out of nowhere, you get hit with the worst cover you've ever heard. Kind of like when you're shopping for a loan and that great rate switches to a not-so-great rate during the application process. Thankfully, you can count on Credit Karma to help you find more accurate rates. Because Credit Karma uses your credit profile to show you real offers with clear terms without hurting your credit scores. No bait and switch, just personalized rates. Download Intuit Credit Karma to get started.
Kohl's Black Friday deals are here. Grab your coffee and put on your sneakers because it's go time. Through Saturday, save up to 50% on everything from toys to beauty faves, winter styles, and more. Plus, earn $15 Kohl's Cash for every $50 spent. Yep, that's extra Kohl's Cash. So run, don't walk. Just hold on tight to that coffee. Select styles, some exclusions apply. Coupons and Kohl's Cash do not apply to Sephora. Offers end November 29th. See store or kohls.com for details.
Straight Talk knows the best holiday gift is simply saying yes.
Yes, you can stay up late. Sure, more cookies. Of course we can watch that movie again.
That's why we give you real unlimited data, so you can say yes to all of your family's streaming, scrolling, and sharing. And now at Straight Talk, get another gift worth giving, a free 5G phone with select plans. Because yes is the best gift to give.
Yes!
And receive. Available at straighttalk.com and Walmart. For network management practices, visit straighttalk.com.
Welcome back to the NFL on Westwood One. Jason Benetti with Ryan Leaf. And the start of the fourth quarter is sponsored by Straight Talk. Your favorite songs shouldn't have to wait for Wi-Fi. Switch to Straight Talk and get real unlimited data on Verizon's 5G network. Straight Talk, available at straighttalk.com or Walmart. 31-21 Green Bay. Fourth quarter underway. How do the Packers finish the deal on their first sweep against Detroit since 2020?
Well, they just keep doing what they're doing offensively, clearly with Jordan Love, but defensively they need to stand up and get a stop like they did on that opening drive here in the second half.
First down and 10, Packers territory. Fake a toss left, throw it right. Caught on a screen by Williams. He guns it left, running at the 45. Behind blockers to the 35-yard line. And finally shouldered down at the 33. He covered a lot of ground. It was Wyatt finally that wrecked him after a gain of 9.
You want to see 300 pounds rumbling across the Ford Field turf to make this play against one of the fastest receivers in all of football. It was really special of the young man to move all that weight. And when he did, he put a ball right into the side of Jamison Williams.
Huge hit after so much running. High backfield, 2nd and 1, motion test lob. Pitch it right side, caught by Gibbs behind a Horton block, and he is strung out and dropped down at the 36. That's a loss of 2. Isaiah McDuffie chased him down, running laterally this time. 14:05 to go. Packers by 10. Third down coming up.
You know, by the way, you said that's a lot of running. It made me think that was a lot of running. And Isaiah McDuffie comes from the complete other side to run down Gibbs to make that big stop. And now you're in a situation where it's probably 4-down territory here for the Lions. Third down.
Some indecision on the defensive line. Wooden was over at the sideline. He just jogged back to his spot on the defensive line for Green Bay. 3rd and 3, snap to Goff. Back in 3 steps. He'll zip it wide to the left. That's caught for a first down by Jamison Williams, who is hugged out of bounds by Evan Williams. First down, Detroit.
For all you young receivers out there, the best thing you can do as a sideline receiver here when you're trying to clear it out is make sure you go outside release. Make that corner turn his head, because that allowed Jamison Williams, who was in the slot, to use all of that width of that field to get to that out route and make it an easy throw for Jared Goff in that pickup on first down.
They're down to the 28-yard line. Single setback is Gibbs. Kennedy in motion. Snap, handoff. Gibbs stops, slams on the brakes, tries to switch back left, and gets pulled down at the 28. It's no gain. McDuffie and Parsons again together. 12:43 to go. 31-21. Green Bay with the lead, but Jared Goff has completed his last 14 passes. Ryan Lee.
Well, he was sick and tired of you talking about how he couldn't complete a pass in the first quarter.
I mean, look, I know he's got the helmet communication system. If he's got Westwood 1 going in there, we are really rolling it.
He can do a lot of things when he's on the field. He's that good.
2nd down and 10, Jared. He takes the snap. He's back at the 35. He throws it hard. A clothesline caught by Gibbs. And he turns upfield down knee first at the 21-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and short. That's 15 straight completions. Edgerrin Cooper back on the field, involved there. 3rd down and short.
I think he fully understands that with him being limited with the skill position players, he hasn't put his team in danger at all in terms of where he's thrown the football. He's put it in places where his guys can catch it, not Green Bay's, and they've run the ball enough to supplement it to make them offensively very productive here over the last 4 drives.
He's got Kennedy and Williams to his left. He'll hand it off into the belly of Gibbs, who gets turned around right into Parsons. It was Williams first who swung him down into a cascade of Packers jerseys. The folks here in Detroit are booing. It is 4th down and 3, and now the Lions, down 2 scores, have a decision to make. Do you take the field goal or go for the touchdown?
You know, the timing by Evan Williams in that situation really is the reason that play didn't work. Again, I'm in always a situation differently than Dan Campbell. I'm kicking the field goal, making it a 1-score game, and hoping for a stop.
You haven't gotten many stops today, but Goff will change the play. The ball at the 21-yard line. They've got to get to the 18.5. Goff fading back, rolling to the right, thrown to the right, incomplete off the hands of Jamison Williams, who got turned around at a bad time for the first Lion incompletion since the first quarter. And Green Bay gets a stop instead of a field goal for Detroit.
Just a poor throw by Goff on the run. Can't put a lot of blame on Jamison Williams there, but he doesn't make the catch, and the Detroit Lions once again give up the ball.
And so, with just over 11 minutes to go, actually 10:50 at this point, here in Detroit, 31-21 Green Bay over the Lions. This is Westwood One's coverage of the National Football League.
Hey everybody, I'm Michael Strahan, and St. Jude has been close to my heart for many years. Their groundbreaking research is changing how the world treats childhood cancer, and has helped push the survival rate in the U.S. from 20% to more than 80%. Please help St. Jude give children the greatest gift, a chance at a lifetime.
This holiday, help St. Jude find more cures for more children. Donate now at musicgives.org.
The Grand Valley State men's basketball team embarks on their 2025-26 home opener inside the GVSU Fieldhouse Arena this Wednesday afternoon.
They'll find Trevor Smith and reset, 12 on the shot clock. A screen from Allen. Smith, pick and pop. Allen rises, fires, left side, three is good!
The Laker men get set for a Thanksgiving Eve non-conference tilt in Allendale against the Lewis Flyers at 3 p.m. Live coverage begins 15 minutes prior to the opening tip, right here on the Ticket West Michigan.
In the heart of Michigan, caregivers represented by Leading Age Michigan members make a profound difference every day. They care for our aging loved ones, bringing joy and dignity to their lives. This is work that matters. These caregivers are more than helpers. They are friends, confidants, and lifelines. Find out more about the benefits of working for a not-for-profit mission-based provider and employment opportunities at workthatmattersmi.com.
Sponsored by Leading Age Michigan and the MAB.
If you own a business, chances are you pay your light bill because you want people to see that you're open.
So why wouldn't you look at advertising your business the same way?
At Cumulus West Michigan, we spend hours keeping Michiganders engaged. So doesn't it make sense to entrust your advertising with a station that has everybody's attention?
The ticketmi.com/advertising connects your business with us, and our 8 stations connect you with nearly 250,000 weekly adult listeners.
Plus, we're digital experts too, working with over 4,000 local campaigns with unique capabilities. So, you know the return on your investment. Go to theticketmi.com/advertising and learn how we can help.
If you're a local business, we want to partner with you. Nobody knows West Michigan better than us.
Better get an extra phone line. We will make that phone ring.
We'd love to build your business through endorsements.
Go to theticketmi.com/advertising to learn more.
If you're in need of a marketing partner that wants the best for your business, choose Cumulus West Michigan.
Credit Karma uses your credit profile to show you real loan offers with clear terms without hurting your credit scores. No gimmicks, just personalized estimated rates. Download Intuit Credit Karma to get started. Green Bay takes over after the incompletion from Goff to Williams. And Josh Jacobs, the tailback. It's an eye backfield for Green Bay. Ball hash mark right at the 16. Packers trying to winnow some of this clock off. Snap, play action fake. Love back in a steady, sturdy pocket. He'll roll to the right now at the 20. Scrambling 25. Sliding down at the 27-yard line. Discretion, the better part of valor that time. He wanted no part of Anzalone cracking him. And it's second down and short coming up.
I'm going to go back to the fourth down play and the decision for Dan Campbell to go for it. They call the right play. You know, you get Jared Goff on the perimeter. You have Jamison Williams and all that speed going along. But, you know, for one of the first times today, Jared Goff wasn't accurate with this throw. Way behind the receiver going the opposite direction. And now it's a 2-score game once again, having not attempted the field goal there or picking up the first down.
Asking a lot for Jared Goff to have to be perfect, but that's the lay of the land right now. Call it 2nd and 5. Out of the pistol set, snapping a handoff. Jacobs jockeying outside, and he gets knocked down after a gain of 1. Al-Quadin Muhammad and Brian Branch again involved in the stop. So 9:53 to go. Detroit has 3 timeouts. They're down 2 scores. The Packers, a first down here is really trouble.
Well, it's a big deal if they pick up a first down here because the clock just ticks and ticks and ticks, and it puts the defense on the back burner a little bit. And so a huge stop here for this defense if they can get it done and get the ball back to their offense.
Hutchinson at the near side of the formation. Barnes at the top side. Out of the shotgun. Love with Brooks to his right. Now Love approaches the line. He's got 4 seconds to snap it. He's out of the shotgun. He takes the snap. On a third down, he's back at the 20. He reaches back, hauls off with a throw, and a near one-handed grab. It's incomplete for Watson, who went with the right arm but could not reel it in with Amik Robertson draped on his back. Jordan Love wants a penalty flag. He's not going to get it, and it's punt time for Green Bay at 9:13 to go. And now, if you're a Lions fan, you look and you say, boy, oh boy, if we'd taken that field goal.
I mean, that's what Lions fans could do ever since the NFC Championship just 2 years ago. You said it perfectly. There was a reason why Christian Watson only attempted to catch the ball with that right hand, because Amik Robertson had grabbed his left hand, which should have been interference, but the officials missed it.
One arm not available. So on the punt, Kennedy fading back to the 15. He'll let it bounce and spiral down to the 3. It takes a turn at Albuquerque and gets over the goal line for a touchback. It looked like it might just sit down like one of your drives. Instead, it was actually like one of your drives.
They got lucky there because he waved it off and moved forward outside the 10-yard line. Really lucky that ball bounded into the end zone.
Extremely. 9:02 to go, third quarter. It's a 72-yard punt. The Packers lead 31-21 over Detroit. You're listening to the NFL on Westwood One.
Your favorite neighborhood spots run unsquare. You know the ones. Maybe it's the popular shop that just opened a new location by you, or the big sports bar that's always packed on game day. These places make the neighborhood, and the money spent there stays in your community. Square powers more than 4 million neighborhood businesses worldwide. To learn more, go to square.com or just stop by your favorite local business. See you in the neighborhood. Square.
Hey everybody, I'm Michael Strahan, and St. Jude has been close to my heart for many years. Their groundbreaking research is changing how the world treats childhood cancer, and has helped push the survival rate in the U.S. from 20% to more than 80%. Please help St. Jude give children the greatest gift, a chance at a lifetime.
This holiday, help St. Jude find more cures for more children. Donate now at musicgives.org.
The copyright of today's broadcast on Westwood One is owned by the NFL on behalf of its member clubs. All rights to this broadcast are reserved, and any rebroadcast, recording, retransmission, or any other use of this broadcast without the express written permission of the National Football League is strictly prohibited.
A reminder to join us Saturday, December 13th for Westwood One's exclusive coverage of the Army-Navy game presented by USAA. John Sadak, Mike Mayock, Tina Servasio all bring you the tradition and pageantry of America's game. At 126th Army-Navy game presented by USAA, beginning at 2 p.m. Eastern, live from Baltimore. Listen to the live stream for free at westwoodonesports.com or in the Westwood One Sports app. Westwood One is the perfect medium for that game because the vivid description, the pageantry, it's going to fire your mind in a way that just no other football game does.
I think that the thing for me when it comes to the pageantry and the legacy of our armed services, simply for someone who I think took that for granted until his freedom was taken away and you realize those people are fighting for us, and knowing what my dad did as he served in Vietnam for 2 tours, that kind of game, no matter where you are, you stop and watch that game, you listen to that game because of it.
Ryan Leaf, your emotions are always they're one of my favorite features of you. They're a feature, not a bug. I appreciate you and the humanity you bring.
Well, a lot of people have done a lot of sacrificing for someone like me to be here standing next to you to call a game like this, so I'm always going to offer that perspective when I can, and I appreciate you saying that.
I mean it. 9:02 to go. Lions trailing by 10. Green Bay looking for a stop that the Giants couldn't get last week. Tesla in motion right to left. Snap to Goff. He'll throw it out wide, and it's just dropped, put right on the ground by Jahmyr Gibbs. 2 hands, couldn't haul it in. It softly hit the turf here at Ford Field, and it's 2nd and 10. And that, more than anything, is a sign that the Lions are just not in rhythm.
I mean, there's 2 plays, in fact, where your best ball skill position players, Jared Goff and now Jahmyr Gibbs, have both dropped balls where you had opportunities, because there was a big alleyway for the fastest guy on the field, Jahmyr Gibbs, that he would have had he caught that football.
They'll go with Montgomery here. He's the lone setback. Tesla switches sides with Kennedy, who's now slot left. Tesla wide to the right with his Starburst colored shoes. Snap, play action fake. Goff steps up. He launches down the middle. It's a nice job of reeling it in by Tesla, who goes rolling and rolling all the way down to the 38-yard line. Goff put it on his hand. Tesla stuck it there, and Nixon the stop, but a nice gain for Detroit of 18.
This is just the second time where Keyshawn Nixon's got a trail, a very fast receiver, but Tesla goes airborne to catch that ball for a first down.
First down, here's pressure. Goff waylaid from behind by Micah Parsons. Like Pamplona, Parsons comes barreling down to gore Goff. Second down.
Seemingly happens all the time when you're going up against Micah Parsons late in the game. Taylor Decker just doesn't have enough, and the speed and technique by Micah Parsons to get by puts Jared Goff in a position where he doesn't even see him coming, and down goes Goff.
It's a loss of 8. 8 flat to go in this game. Green Bay by 10. Tesla trotting right to left in motion alongside Williams now. Snap, Goff throws it wide. He's got a catch there for Dwelly, the tight end, who tried to step through the tackle but couldn't. He's dragged down by Bullard, who just hung on for dear life, stapled himself to that foot. And it's third down and 15, Detroit trailing by 10.
And sometimes that's just enough, and Bullard does it. If he doesn't pull him down right there, he may pick up 10 more yards, and that puts them in a much more manageable situation. Right now, third and forever allows number one, Micah Parsons, to absolutely come out of the starting blocks here.
Yeah, he's at the top of the formation, the left side of the formation. Goff sees him over there, takes the snap, they double him. Parsons still tries to get through, causes Goff to shuffle to the left, and he goes down in the arms of Enagbari. There's a flag down, though, at the 47 in the secondary, and it looks like Green Bay committed the foul.
Defense number 25. Penalties 5 yards from the previous spot. Automatic first down.
That was the end of the drive. That drive was circling the drain. Nixon commits a penalty that could be a killer for the Packers' season.
And when you have the ball for that long, sometimes you put a defender on an island, and Nixon on the in-breaking route by Kennedy just grabs a hold of him. You could have called, illegal contact much earlier, too, when he came past that 5-yard marker. Big penalty for the Packers.
I'll tell you what's weird about that after this play. Snap and a handoff, Montgomery running inside right, and he is shrouded by Packers at the 40. Detroit came into this game with the second fewest defensive holding and DPI calls caused by its receivers and tight ends. 4 all year. They have not gotten a first down like that much at all this season, and it may have thrown them a bit of a life raft here.
And it's such a punitive penalty that many teams live for in some of those circumstances.
Off the run, it'll be second down and 8. Out of the shotgun, Goff, laser down the middle, caught by Williams, and catch and run. 40, 45, 30, up the sideline, on the gas pedal, out of bounds. Angling out at the 17, Jamison Williams, the big play threat, with a big gash of the defense of 43.
What that takes is protection and anticipation, because you have to be trustful that Jamison Williams is going to come under the safety, because it's kind of a layered throw over that linebacker, and he did. He trusted him. He let it go early, allowed Jamison Williams to catch it and run with the football after the catch.
Williams, whose average touchdown in his career from scrimmage is for 37 yards, gets 43 there. Goff under center from the 16 in Packer territory, takes the snap, stuffs it in the belly of Gibbs, and he takes a couple of steps to the 15, and he's down there. The crowd is murmuring. It'll be second down and long. From jerseys to tailgating must-haves and more fan favorites, find everything you need to gear up for the game at Kohl's and Kohl's.com. 5:20 to go. Packers by 10.
You think back to the decision to not kick the field goal on the previous drive. You're now in a situation where with 5 minutes to go, I don't know if you have enough time outside of maybe an onside kick. Three timeouts make a big difference, though, in this conversation.
They certainly do, but could they get a stop? Goff reaches for his temples again, says kill. Got to snap it here out of the shotgun. He takes it. He's back in 3. In the pocket, he'll flick it right in the middle of the field, and he's got to grab for Ferkser, the tight end. It'll be third down, just a couple of yards there. The crowd, again, restless as can be. Third down and 4. The Lions down 10 with the ball, but time whittling off the clock.
Just as it was for the Bears last year.
Oh, don't say it. I knew you were thinking it. Oh, that was excruciating to watch for Bears fans. And listen to, the crowd is now in a full-throated revolt against this offensive substitution pattern. Williams wide to the left, matched up with Valentine. Third down and 4. Trips to the right, out of the shotgun. Goff sets, fires, near side. He's got a completion for Gibbs at the stick. That's going to be a first down for Detroit. Quick set and fire. 4 minutes to go. First down, Lions are going to huddle again.
It's important to get a first down there. Yes, a lot of time comes off the clock, though.
Yeah, Ferkser's coming in, Skipper's coming in, the big package coming in. But again, you lose the flexibility of Laporta and Amon-Ra St. Brown. There are certain guys who can only do one or two things for you.
And their knowledge when they're out on the field, so you don't have to huddle up and talk to the new players that are running plays for the first time.
It's a wildcat to Montgomery, who sets and throws over the middle, and it's incomplete. He floated it over the head of Ross Dwelly. Williams on the coverage. That was gummed up from the get-go. Now 3.5 to go.
The mindset of Dan Campbell, where he doesn't care what situation it is, NFC Championship, biggest divisional game of the year so far. He's going to run a pass by their running back to a tight end that hasn't caught a ball maybe in 3 weeks. You know, he hasn't caught a ball this year. We know that for a fact.
He's got 2 catches since the start of 23. Goff takes the snap, pumps right, zings it, and Goff has it deflected right back at him. It is incomplete. Wooden got a hand up. And so now Jared Goff sets up a third down and goal. 3:26 remaining, quarter number 4. That ball right into the big mitt, and thereabouts a face mask of Wooden.
And they've already established, like, this is 4-down territory. You're not going to get this far and not score a touchdown. The field goal is what's going to be left for them if they ever get the ball back in this game.
Goff has Kennedy and Williams to the left. He scans, he steps up, and he's met and drilled. Down goes Goff. Micah Parsons again, demolishing Thanksgiving for the folks of Detroit.
He just waits in a situation where he's kind of spying. He gets pushed away by Penei Sewell and then gets into the starter's blocks from middle of the field and comes right through the face mask of Jared Goff, depositing it on the floor.
Micah Parsons gets the sack. The injured party is Wyatt. It looked exactly like that. But if that's the starting blocks, I'd hate to see that 100-meter coming right at you. Good night.
I mean, he's double-teamed on the perimeter, and he just loops around on a game, and then no one is there to stop him, and it's just really face mask to face mask with your worst nightmare if you're Jared Goff, seeing number 1 in green and gold coming right at you to plant you.
I mean, he has the most sacks on Thanksgiving active. 2.5 today. That's 8.5 for his career. You don't ask him what his favorite side is. His favorite side is quarterback. With Ryan Leaf, I'm Jason Benetti here in the Grainger broadcast booth in Detroit at Ford Field. Draw up a winning play with Grainger, offering supplies and solutions for every industry. Grainger will help your business cross the goal line. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. The Packers 31, the Lions 21. Detroit has had multiple opportunities to kick the elephant in the room, that field goal, to make it a one-score game. Now off that sack, and still the injured party, Wyatt, is down, and they have him surrounded there. The Packers medical team does, as he's down at about the 15-yard line. But strategy-wise, Dan Campbell has made a living, and it has been part of the culture here to go for it and be aggressive. However, today, if you lose by 2 scores, you're going to have the touchdown at some point. Man, doesn't it just change your mindset when you're down 1 score? Isn't there a piece of that?
It does. The thing about this, and what Dan Campbell, I don't feel like necessarily thinks about, because he's bought into this and it says what's got us there, and it's what we're made of, and it's this grit mentality, and I can get behind that. And as players, you're never going to have a player turn on that and go, he trusts us. You know, they believe he trusts us to get it done, and we're just not getting it done for him. At some point as a game manager, because I'm going to tell you right now, Detroit Lions fans, I believe it cost you a trip to the Super Bowl 2 years ago with this mindset. And in games that's going to flip this division when you are seeing that window close, it's going to be something that's going to be talked about in terms of his legacy as a head football coach here in Detroit.
The card is on the field to work on Wyatt. A counterpoint to what you said, just to play devil's advocate, when we come back from 10 seconds for station identification. This is Westwood One, your home for the National Football League.
WJRW Grand Rapids, W291DJ Grand Rapids, a Cumulus media station, is the ticket, West Michigan.
Devontae Wyatt is down. The Packers medical team is with him. The cart is on the field. He is sitting up. 3:15 to go, fourth quarter. It's Green Bay 31, Detroit 21. I think the counterpoint for the aggressive people in Lions world, or for any coach who plays aggressively, is we wouldn't have gotten to that spot without that mentality.
But the thing is, though, the NFC Championship game isn't week 8 against the Chicago Bears.
You're right.
And with that window, and he said something really apropos to his team after that. We may never get back to this place again. Mm-hmm. Like, he understands it. Like, he wasn't wearing some sort of blinder to what just played out and what happened. But that window, and then last year to go 15-2 and then losing the divisional and not be able to get back to the championship game. Like, it's been 30-year gaps between them playing an NFC championship game. So there just has to be an understanding. I don't mind it so much in the regular season knowing you have a good football team. But listen, within your division now, you don't have the normal Bears. You have a Bears team coached by your old offensive coordinator that did remarkable things and has done remarkable things for Caleb Williams already this year. So, you know, there's situational football and understanding. Now they're going to kick the field goal, and now they need a touchdown after the fact. Like, ultimately they needed a touchdown. I get it. But the sack eliminated that opportunity here, and now they're going to go for 3 and be within one possession. 3 timeouts, that's a big deal, but they're going to have to get a stop, something they've only been able to do once over the last few series.
Jake Bates, who has missed 4 times this year, will angle off to the left out of the hold from Fox, and the snap from Hogan Hack. The kick is on the way, and it is good. So the Lions are within 7. Green Bay 31, Detroit 24. And with that field goal, Barbasol will make another donation to Kurt and Brenda Warner's Treasure House, a living community for adults with disabilities. Barbasol, the trusted choice for a close, comfortable shave. Close Shave America, Close Shave Barbasol. 6:04 off the clock. That drive started right around the 9-minute mark for the Lions. So they have sapped most of the fourth quarter off with one drive that ends with 3. It's tough to pick which part of that is worse for you, but together they make quite the mixture.
Oh, yeah, I mean, that opportunity for them, needing points, getting them, but to dissipate all of that time and watching how it played out. And I made a point, and I think this is probably something to circle back to. You don't have Amon-Ra St. Brown. You don't have Sam Laporta. So you can't just hand signal them out there and say, this is where we're going. Sometimes you're going to have to huddle up because of the guys that you have playing out there on the perimeter who probably haven't practiced much with the ones throughout the season because they haven't been asked to because of injuries, and that's where they are today, unfortunately, for the Detroit Lions.
You could argue that would be a reason why you would take the field goal earlier. If you don't feel like you're going to be playing with a full deck, you take it when you have it. But not
we can second guess all we want. Dan Campbell has lived through this. He's built for this, and he's not going to answer to anybody else but himself in those situations.
Well, this kickoff sails into the end zone. It's a touchback for Bates, just his 10th of the year. Stay tuned for part 2 of our special Thanksgiving Day NFL tripleheader on Westwood One. The Kansas City Chiefs against the Dallas Cowboys. J.P. Shadrick, Derek Rackley have all the action live from AT&T Stadium, 4:15 p.m. Eastern, right here on most of these same Westwood One stations via the Westwood One Sports and NFL apps on Alexa-enabled devices or on our website, westwoodonesports.com. Bengals-Ravens, game number 3. This first one has been outstanding. It's 31-24. Green Bay with the lead. Ball nestling up to the 35-yard line. It's on the right hash mark. Jacobs, the tailback, trying to drain the clock. Under center, Love. Watson in motion. Snap, stretch play to the right side. It's Jacobs trying to lean and crawl forward. He's dropped by Campbell immediately. And the Lions use their first of 3 timeouts. I ask again, want Black Friday deals?
Yes!
Then come to Macy's because doorbusters are back. Such enthusiasm. Plus, get a limited edition parade-inspired bag with qualifying purchase while supplies last. Only in stores till 1 p.m. Friday. See store for details. No gain. 2nd and 10. The Packers have the ball at their own 35. They're leading by 7, trying to get to 8-3-1, and just bump draft on the Bears in the NFC North.
Well, this is a great game. This division I thought was going to be one of the best this season, and the Chicago Bears have really made it one of the best because of their play. This game couldn't come down to a better opportunity for Jordan Love here in the fourth quarter.
Motion Musgrave and Fitzpatrick tight to the formation left for Green Bay, trying to track down those Bears. Out of the pistol. Love takes the snap, feeds it behind him. It's Jacobs dodging and darting and mazing all the way down to the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 5. It'll be 3rd down and 5. Final timeout for Detroit. So the game hangs in the balance. Robertson gets the stop. Green Bay by 7. 1 timeout for Detroit. It's not get a stop or bust, but it's very close for the Lions right here against the best 3rd down team in the NFL.
No stops throughout this whole game until the last drive. Dan Campbell trusting his defense here. 3 timeouts, taking the field goal there. Biggest play of the game, realistically ends the game here with the first down.
Hutchinson at the left side of the formation. A wide split at the hash mark. 3rd down and 5. Love out of the shotgun. Dobbs wide to the left. Jordan Love with the gold and white shimmering shoes. He drops back. He's ready to throw. He cocks the arm. He fires far side. It's a catch for a first down for Watson. He skates out of bounds 4 yards ahead of the line to gain, just short of midfield. Green Bay moves the sticks. 1 timeout remaining for Detroit at 2:43 to go.
I mean, you absolutely trust your franchise quarterback on this play. He drops back and then lets Christian Watson really develop that route to get open and run away from Arnold, and then places it right in the hands of his sure-handed receiver for a first down.
He did go out of bounds, but the first down is what matters. On the Lion logo, the football at the 48. Snap to Love. Give it to Jacobs. Stuffed into his belly. And he leans forward horizontally to the 49. It's a gain of 3. Timeout, Detroit. The final one for the Lions at 2:38 to go. There is 1 stop to be had, possibly. But boy, the Packers have been so good on 3rd down. They're 6 for 11 again today.
You were so right about Christian Watson going out of bounds. Yes, it was the first down, but if he just slides down on his butt there, that takes it. That makes them use their last timeout, and that pretty much ends the game. If you're thinking about it, they do get 1 more shot here to try to make a play. The 2-minute warning is going to be the next stop. You wonder if Green Bay would even offer the opportunity of an incomplete pass with throwing the football here.
I mean, the biggest down of this game has been 4th down. The Packers have scored twice on 4th down. The Lions are 0 for on 4th down. It's a 7-point game. Turnovers on downs, the only turnovers of this game. And now 2nd and 7, just across midfield. Love hunches down under center. He waits, he barks out the signals. He'll motion Watson left to right. Snap, handoff Jacobs, trying to veer to the right, and he comes back into the middle on a cutback, down to the 46, hit by Hutchinson. And the clock will roll slowly down to the 2-minute warning before a 3rd down and 3 for Green Bay, trying to salt away their first sweep of the Lions in the regular season since 2020.
That would be a big deal for this Green Bay Packers team, trying to get over the hump of the Lions and their domination over the last couple years. But Aiden Hutchinson has been really good today. I'd be remiss not talking about how good he has been at the line of scrimmage, especially in the run game. It doesn't show up on the stat line with the sacks and everything like that, but he's been special for this Detroit Lions defense.
Against a run-heavy Packers team that has a choice to make on a play call when we come back. We've reached the 2-minute warning, sponsored by Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission. Green Bay 31, Detroit 24. You're listening to the NFL on Westwood One.
Tim, I'm receiving an important update.
Ooh, are you getting night vision?
No. I just found out you could get $200 with Navy Federal Credit Union when you refinance your auto loans from another lender.
So, no night vision?
No night vision.
Learn more at NavyFederal.org/auto loans. Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission. Navy Federal is insured by NCUA. Credit and collateral subject to approval. Refinance loan must be at least $5,000 to be eligible for the $200. Terms and conditions apply.
What's the impact of hiring the right person for the job? Someone who simply doesn't fill a role but elevates it. Indeed sponsored jobs can help you connect with candidates who have the right experience and a proven track record. Find people who don't just complete tasks, they transform how work gets done. Don't leave hiring to chance. Sponsor your job posting on Indeed and match with the right candidates. Sponsor your job at Indeed.com/credit.
Check the stats, sponsored by GoodRx. For simple, smart savings on your prescriptions, check GoodRx. Go to GoodRx.com or download the free GoodRx app. 2 touchdowns today for Dontavian Wicks of his 5 catches, and they were contested catch for touchdowns. Beautifully done by him. Jordan Love tied a career-high 4 touchdown passes. He's looking for a first down here on a 3rd down and 3 when we get back to play with the Packers and Lions both huddling. Micah Parsons, 2.5 sacks, and the Packers have flipped the game 6 for 11 on 3rd down and 2 touchdowns on 4th down. Ryan Leaf.
They've been incredibly good in situational football, and that's what this league is all about. It all is. It breaks down to those concentrations. 3rd down, 4th down, and they've been excellent, where Detroit, on the other hand, just hasn't got it done in those moments.
It's a 3rd down and 3. 2 minutes remaining. Detroit is out of timeouts. The Packers are as run-heavy as anybody in this division. Do you run it here no matter what and try to give yourself at least 40 seconds off the clock?
I know you're going to think that I'm going to say run the football, because I'm always a person that if you don't allow the team the ball back, if you use up all the clock, that's how you win. But I really think Matt LaFleur's going to go a little play action here, get somebody out on the perimeter, game over. Detroit doesn't even have a chance to get the football back.
We will see. That would be a really gutsy call by Matt LaFleur in season number 7. Packers will go out of the shotgun. They've got to get to the 42 in Lions territory. Ball nosing up to the 45. Twins each way. Snap to Love. He looks to the left. He scans that way. He throws, and it's incomplete. Knocked away at the last moment from Watson by Brian Branch. The 3rd-year man out of Alabama, playing without Kirby Joseph next to him, and now with a $1:55 to go, Detroit could see the ball again. Let's see, though. It's 4th down. Would you think about it here?
They're going to go for it. At least they're lining up, if anything, to try to draw them off sides and get a free first down and end this game.
Green Bay stalks the ball. Line of scrimmage, the 45. Watson in motion left to right. Love walks up to the line, clapping his hands feverishly, stops his right foot, waves to the left, and they are going to go ahead and call the timeout. There was a lot for nothing. They could not get the offside call.
Expiring, Green Bay calls its first timeout, second timeout of the half. 30 seconds.
While we get that timeout, we'd like to thank our crew for this afternoon. Our studio coordinator, Art Martinez. Our studio producer, Nick Pope. Production assistance provided by Nate Larisha and Deborah Guthrie. Our statistician, Michael Brenner. Our spotter, Eric Bach. Our engineer, Al Rosenberg. Our producer, Larry Costigan. Coordinating producers, Brian Finkelstein and Aaron Cummins. And the executive producer of the NFL on Westwood One, Mike Eby. The senior vice president of sports for Cumulus Media and Westwood One is Bruce Gilbert. The bass has turned up. You can feel it in your artificial hip here in Detroit. 4th down and 3. The Packers are huddling. NFC North combat. Out of the shotgun, Love at the bottom of the Lion logo. He approaches the line off the timeout. He looks to his left. Back out of the shotgun. He's ready. He takes the snap waist high. He dances back in the pocket. Fades back. Throws it high. It is caught. Oh, what a grab at the 30 by Wicks, who has been amazing in traffic all day long, and that'll do it for Green Bay. He high-pointed it in front of Branch, and the Packers have put it away. What an amazing effort.
Just best on best. Love does it with the defender right in his grill. He throws it up high enough for his bigger-bodied receiver to go up with all his hands. He even jumps out of his own shoe. One shoe Wicks, they call him, as he closes the game out for the Green Bay Packers.
And with that, Dontavian Wicks snuffs out the candle for the Lions on Thanksgiving. We'd like to welcome those of you expecting the start of the Chiefs and the Cowboys. J.P. Shadrick, Derek Rackley, standing by for part 2 of our Thanksgiving Day NFL tripleheader on Westwood One. We'll take you there as soon as this one is over. Here in Detroit, 50 seconds to go. One kneel down complete for Green Bay. 31-24 Packers. In the meantime, you can also listen to that broadcast via the Westwood One Sports and NFL apps on Alexa-enabled devices or online at westwoodonesports.com. It took everything for Green Bay today.
It took everything. They got everything from Detroit. In fact, their entire roster, because of all the injuries. And the guys came to play. You like to see this. You like to see turnover-free football played at a high level, execution in situational moments, and Green Bay was just better at those situational moments today.
But I don't think the crack sales staff has sold the red zone. What they've sold is the defensive red zone, which they call the green zone, which I still maintain. Show me the card, Zach. Garda World is the sponsor. No, it's Garda World.